Welcome to the 2018 Street Rod Nationals. We're here at the gate on Thursday morning, watching some of the new rides arriving today. Nice little Ford ranch wagon. 70s Ford pickup. Nice little Sedan coming up behind him. Around the cars, just rolling on up. Looks like we got a nice Impala. Oh, a ride. Looks like Cadillac. Good morning, Mr. Dwayne Johnson. It's going to be beautiful weather today. Yeah. We're on Facebook Live.
Oh, you're Facebook Live.
You can tap to invite your friends.
I'm like, yeah, it's 4 a.m. where I live.
Yeah. My friends don't want to watch.
My friends ain't going liking this.
Yeah, they're not awake. Everybody loves it to go full he had a plan. I thought he had a plan of some kind, to be honest.
Trying to go through one of the gates there.
There you go. Nice little.
Hey, Patty, good to see you here.
Chevy's rolling by.
There you go.
I've never heard my favorite car, but this guy has become a standard. Little F1's coming from Canada. Hey, hey! Hey, looks like we got a little break in the action. Louis gonna go and start working. Y'all have a great day. We'll be Facebook Live again soon. And we're here with Leslie, about to run the autocross course in her 70 Camaro with a small block Chevy 350.
It's actually an LS6.
Ooh, with an LS6.
Yes. Are we ready?
We're ready.
All right, let's go.
Kentucky. We are at the 49th Annual Street Rod Nationals.
What's underneath here? We're going to look at it in a minute, but tell me a little bit of background.
It's a 1965 Mustang Fastback. It's a K code, so that was the hypo. It's a numbers matching, date code correct. You know, it's got the paint marks and that kind of thing. And it's a factory GT also.
How long have you been coming?
About 10 years. And out of all of our shows, this is actually our favorite.
Good morning from Louisville, Kentucky. We are on the fairgrounds at the 49th Annual Street Rod Nationals. There will be 10 to 11,000 cars out here over the next 4 days, so come on out. It's all day Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's the 49th Annual Street Rod Nationals here at the Kentucky Expo Center. It's a great family event. You can see the cars pulling in right behind us. This will be going on for the next couple of days. We'll have cars coming in. Got a lot of education, automotive seminars, how-tos going on every day. We've got over 350 automotive exhibitors in the exhibit hall, so anything and everything you're looking for your car, you'll be able to find it here. So again, great event, and the weather is going to be perfect. You can't get any better this time of year than, roughly mid-80s. It's partly cloudy, mostly sunny today. What a beautiful day. So come on out. We've also got the Street Kana road course that you can bring your car out and test your skills on a track. That's going on today, tomorrow, and Saturday. So if you want to see how fast you can take the curves, come on out. It's a lot of fun. We're going to be out there later on today, and you can get a look at that. Hey, good morning. Good morning. So what brings you out here so early?
Oh, the beautiful cars. How else?
You guys got the perfect seat.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You're in the shade.
Yep.
Yes.
Cars aren't backlit. You just watch them come in. How early did you get here?
Probably about 8 o'clock.
That's good enough.
I think yeah. The gates open to the public at 8. So yes.
There you come. And you've got lots of pins on. Tell me about your pins.
Well, the ones for here are for the ladies' tea time. They have that on Saturday, I think it is this year. I haven't looked at my thing, but yeah, they have a dinner for us and speakers, and it's a fun time for the ladies. And they got a good ladies area for us too.
Nice.
So it's awesome. I like this show.
Oh, yeah, it's a great show. How long have you been coming?
Huh?
How long have you been coming?
Oh gosh, about 10 years. About 10 years.
Where y'all from?
Fort Wayne, Indiana. And out of all of our shows, this is actually our favorite.
This is our favorite.
We camp here at the campground and enjoy it.
Just stay for a few days and enjoy all the cars.
Oh yes.
Now, did you drive a car?
Yes, we have a car.
What'd you drive?
We brought our Mach 1, 70 Mach 1.
Nice.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with an old Mustang. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are here with the NSRA, so we're on Facebook and YouTube Live now. Yes, we are. Don't be afraid.
Okay.
I'm not afraid. If you've got on neon pink, you cannot be afraid. You're putting the brightness out there. But this is the best side. If you're going to sit in the road, you don't want the sun in your eyes. The cars look better when they're not backlit by the sun. So there, it's the perfect spot. What about the weather this year? Is going to be
The weather is supposed to be great all weekend from the way it looks.
perfect.
Yes.
I can tell you,
Can't go wrong.
at the end of the day, if it's in the 80s, you feel much better than if it's 95. And,
Yes.
and even though all the crew are friends, we're not necessarily happy with each other if it's 95 and hot. If it's 85 and sunny, we're okay. Okay, so we've got a Street Kana sign over here that shows the Street Kana road course is on the back of the fairgrounds. Have you guys done the Street Kana?
The what?
The Street Kana. You can take your car and test it on a road course against the
Oh,
clock.
yeah.
Do it.
Oh,
Do it. So,
we used to get into all that.
so you hit a few cones. Who cares?
Now
It's a lot of fun though, and then you can do a ride along, which we've done. I think it scared Garrett just a little. There was only a little bit of screaming. So we've got live entertainment on Friday night with Sawyer Brown. There's live entertainment in Freedom Hall. Sawyer Brown is in Freedom Hall Friday night. We've got live entertainment Saturday afternoon. If you are registered and your car is on the grounds, you could win a 1932 Ford Vicky. So come on out. Any car 30 years or older is eligible. So you can see the crowd here at the front gate is starting to pick up with a bunch of cars coming in. Again, if you love cars, if you love old hot rods, street rods, muscle cars, and you're anywhere near Louisville, this is the place to come this weekend. you will truly see it all and be among the fellow car lovers. And again, if you're looking for anything in your car, the exhibit hall is amazing. It's almost 1 million square feet. It's air conditioned under one roof of any sort of automotive vendor that you can think of. If you're looking for parts, if you're looking for paint advice, anything you're looking for, you're going to find it over here in the Kentucky Expo Center this weekend. We'll be back in a bit. Thanks for watching, and there'll be more to come later today.
We are at the Exalta booth here at the NSRA Street Rod Nationals, and we're going to unveil some cars here this morning. And we should have a contest to see if people can guess what's underneath the cover. I'm with David Lane. How you doing, David?
Good, real good.
All right. Well, this is a car that David did a restoration on, and that's a little bit different for you. I've seen a lot of your hot rod work.
Never done a restoration before. I've built hot rods exclusively. So.
All right. Well, that's cool. I'm sure, knowing your previous work, that you did a fine job. What's underneath here? We're going to look at it in a minute, but tell me a little bit of background.
It's a 1965 Mustang Fastback. It's a K code, so that was the hypo. It's a numbers matching, date code correct. You know, it's got the paint marks and that kind of thing. And it's a factory GT also.
Okay. And was it one of your hot rod customers that had you do the restoration, or was it a new customer? Just information.
This is my car. I did this.
Oh, this is your car?
Actually, this will be left to my younger son. He's always like these, so I thought we'll build him a car so that when I'm gone, this is what he's got.
This is fantastic. Well, this is kind of rare because usually the builders are always doing somebody else's. So you've got one for yourself. Well, let's get this thing uncovered. Where's Mickey Smith? He's got us doing all the work. Mickey, come on. Uncover this thing. We're doing the hard work. We're doing the heavy lifting. You get this uncovered. Here we go. And this is... What do you think of that, folks? Looks pretty good, huh? I got you. All right. This is Fast Lane Rod Shop in Donahue, Iowa. David Lane. I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess that the fit and the finish in 1965, the cars coming off the assembly line, didn't look like this.
No, it's a little better.
All right. I'm going to throw you a softball here. What kind of paint did you use?
We used Exalta.
Good job. Anything in particular? A particular, what color is it? I mean, I realize it's red.
Rangoon red. We had to go with the factory colors, you know, the interior black and then the exterior's Rangoon red. So it's a correct factory color.
And this is a true restoration, so this really is the way they came off the line. I mean, yes. Basically.
Yeah. The only thing I changed, it's got 15-inch rims on the rear, which is easy swapped out, but it just looks so much better. Otherwise, this is factory original. Mostly factory parts, a few aftermarket parts, but mostly all factory parts.
What about the motor?
Oh, it's factory correct. It's very, you know, Ford only stamped VIN numbers in K code, so it's a numbers matching, date code correct. It's all accurate.
Is the hood locked?
No, we can open it.
Let's take a look under the hood. Oh, and of course, in true David Lane fashion, everything is super clean.
Yeah. It's just this factory the way it came, and and it's a GT, so it's got disc brakes, so it's a special master cylinder. It's got a heavier sway bar. That's all factory. So it's just a challenge. Try to do something a little different.
Little something, and it's great that you're going to keep it in the family.
Yes.
We'll see how long that lasts when somebody has to have it.
Oh, I don't know. I love this car, man.
Very good. Good for you. Well, thank you very much.
Okay,
it looks great. Thank you, David. Let's move on down the row here. Everybody following me? All right, we're back to our guessing games of what's underneath the cover here. Where's Roger at? Roger Berman from Lakeside, Iowa. It's Lakeside Rod Shop.
There you go. Rockwell City.
Rockwell City. I've known Roger for a little while. In fact, the next two builders have saved me a couple of times on the road. How you doing, bud?
Good, good.
We got a big vehicle underneath here, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. What is it?
66 Chevy Suburban.
66 Chevy Suburban.
Yep.
And how clean was it when you started?
It was actually an Arizona car. It was pretty clean on the bottom, but had some rust around the top of it.
Did you do this for one of your regular customers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's somebody that has had hot rods before?
Yeah.
And you know, trucks and SUVs are so hot right now. I'm sure that's what he wanted to do. Randy Martson,
Yep.
A Canadian fella
Yep.
from British Columbia. Well, that's great. A 1966 Chevy Suburban. Did you change everything like you normally do?
Not like normal. No, it's just cleaned up. We're going to use this one as a tow pig for his pickup, and so it was built, with that in mind. Kind of, double air front and rear, and tried to make it as cruiser friendly as we can.
And I'm sure it looks good.
Well, we'll see.
We'll find out. All right, let's pull the cover off of this one. Lakeside Rod and Rides, Rockwell City, Iowa, 1966 Chevy Suburban. Who's going to help Roger? Mickey, where are you? Oh, he's videotaping too. Well, heck, I guess I could do something besides talk, huh? Woo. Boy, that's a big vehicle. Very good. So obviously it's down. Where'd Roger go? What's the suspension again?
It's a Roadster shop spec chassis with air ride.
Air ride on a Roadster shop.
Yep.
Wow, that's smooth. Hard to find the two doors like this, isn't it? I mean, they're not as rare as you'd think.
No, that's the only Suburban they made.
Oh,
that year
okay.
was a two-door. It was 3-door was in '67.
Okay. And what did you decide on the power plant?
We wanted a lot of torque for pulling, so we used an LT4, 650 foot-pounds of torque. And it's a lot lighter than a big block, more torque. So that's what we went with.
And he's going to tow with it.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, the hitch is on it, and backup camera.
Oh, that's very cool. Trick. Can we open the hood?
Yeah.
That all right? Yeah. Let's look underneath the hood. It's John Gilbert, folks. Hi, John.
Hey, Jerry. We'll slide in and listen to your setup here.
Yeah, well, Roger's going to show us the power plant in this
66 Suburban.
66 Chevy Suburban. Woo! Boy, that's a
Brand new LT4 with an 8-speed.
LT4 8-speed automatic. Looking good. Looking good. And we're debuting it here. Has it got any miles on it all?
Got like just over 100 miles on
Oh,
it so
okay.
far.
Okay, I'm sure you'll shake it,
Yeah,
shake it down.
more to
You
go.
gotta do that. Well, it looks great. Well, thank you, Roger.
You bet.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All right, who's next? I got a big old boy from Alabama that's got a car here. Where's my buddy from Alabama? Yeah, I see you. Come on. This is the man in black. This is Johnny Cash outfit here. He's got black on. His truck's got black on. All that stuff. Good, good. Well, this is Will Posey, and Will has saved me a couple times too, I think, haven't you?
Maybe once or twice.
Maybe once or twice. Well, Will's got a shop down in Alabama. It's not really Gladstone. Are we going to call it Gladstone?
Hoax Bluff.
Hoax, is that classic? It's Hoax Bluff. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. This is what we're going to see is a pickup truck that he just finished. Let me get my paperwork here. A 1940. How rare is a 42 Chevy?
A 42 is pretty rare.
Yeah.
They look a lot like a 46, but this is a real 42.
Right. They stopped production probably midway through 42, I would guess.
I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, I'm not 100%, but yeah.
Now, is this a build that you did for one of your regular customers? I asked that to the other builders too, just because it's interesting for us to know whether this is somebody that you had done some work for.
No, I have not. This was his first vehicle that we did for him. He wanted a 42 because that's the year he was born.
Okay,
so he
that's cool.
actually had the truck and contacted us. He's actually a local guy. He lives about 30 minutes from the shop, and brought it down to us, and we've done it.
How clean was the truck when you started?
what we used of the original truck is the top part of the cab and a little bit of the hood and a little bit of the front fenders.
Wow. So you fabbed everything else.
All the whole beds hand fab, the rear fenders, running boards, the hood top, the back of the cab, door skins. We made all the floor, firewall, floor.
Is a 42 a single year model, or did 41 the same? You say 42, 46.
41, 42, 46, 47 are all real simple.
So did you have to chase some trim on it, or no? Was it?
We made all the trim.
You can do that?
Yeah.
You're a talented guy. All right, well, let's get this cover off. Somebody's going to have to help me. I can't do it all here. Big Oak Garage. Hoax Bluff, Alabama. Wow. That's pretty. What color are we looking at?
It's called Blue Ribbon, and then black.
Blue ribbon and black. Let's walk around it. What did you grill was in good shape, or did you have to bang it out?
That grill, part of it's original and part of it's aftermarket. We cut it apart and trued the lines up and just cleaned everything up, and then we actually made these trucks did not have trim that went around the grill, so you kind of saw the gap between the fender and the grill. So we made that piece of trim to run around the grill to the front fenders.
And you said you fabbed a lot of the lower part. You had to.
Yeah.
You had to.
These are one-off, machined out a bit of aluminum by Greening Auto Company to kind of mimic the original ones. We made the hood sides with the louvers in them, and made all the running board trim. And
wow. So this took more than a month and a half?
Yeah, this was about a 2.5 year build.
Wow, good for you. Can you open the hood?
Yeah. Hey.
We're gonna get the hood opened here.
Another cool thing about it is we made a back window frame. None of these trucks had a rear window frame, so it really matches the front window frame. Made the stake pockets.
Cool. Well, let's get over here and take a look.
All right.
There you go. Tell us a little bit about the motor.
The motor's just a Crate 350. Has actually started life as a ramjet. Didn't really like the looks of a ramjet, so we contacted Dave Ulrich from Auto Trend DFI, and that's his tri-power setup. So,
nice. Looks sharp. Looks good. Have you had any miles on it yet?
Just about two.
Two miles. Were they fairly trouble-free?
Fairly, yeah.
I'm sure you'll put a lot more miles on it once you get back home. Boy, that is a sharp interior. Who did the interior in it?
Steve Holcomb done the interior out of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Very nice. Well, Big Will Posey from Hoax Bluff. It looks good. We appreciate you bringing it out. That kind of wraps up our unveiling here at the Exalta booth. This is Jerry Dixie from Street Rodder Magazine, and I'm sure these builders are going to be with the vehicles for a little while. If anybody's got any questions, stop by. And if you're not here and you're watching this on tape, why aren't you? Get to the Street Rod Nationals.
Hey guys, we are live at the Louisville at the Street Rod Nationals, and we are seeing tons of hot rods pouring in the gates now. It's early in the morning, but people are piling into this show. This is going to be a family fun event, so come on down. Let's enjoy the day. Bring the whole family. You can see here behind me, there are tons of people already lining the streets. You got to get here early to get one of these seats. And these people are excited because you're going to see cars here that you've never seen before. Any kind of street rod, roadster, trucks are coming in. Anything you love is here. There's going to be at least 11,000 cars coming in today to have fun and spend the day here with everybody here at the NSRA Street Rod Nationals in Louisville. Now, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to talk to some of these people that have been sitting here since early this morning. They pile in here early in the morning, park their cars, and then they try to get the best seat in the house. And I have to tell you, this is the best seat in the house because I see every kind of hot rod you've ever wanted to see in the world right now, and I feel very lucky. Hey guys, so what time do you got to get here to get these kind of seats?
We were about 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock in the morning. So you didn't have to pitch a tent.
Nope.
All right, cool. So did you guys come out early? I see you brought the kids. Are you into this?
Yeah,
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about this show?
all the cars.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, what kind of cars are you into? You like trucks? You like street rods? You like roadsters, hot rods?
Roadsters.
Roadsters? Do you have one yet? You don't. You don't have one? We got to talk to Dad. When are you getting him a roadster? How old's he got to be to start building this car?
More years. Couple more years.
Couple more years? All right, how about you?
I like the 32s and then the 80s trucks.
You know we're giving away a 32 at this show. Do you think you're going to win it? Are you registered for that?
Yeah.
You are? He is. And so are you going to be the winner?
He is down there.
Okay, if these guys win, we've predicted it right now this morning, first thing. So, as you can see, there's still more cars piling in. And hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You know, you're showing up a little bit late to get one of these good seats.
Oh yeah, well I got my chair here and I'm just getting ready to set up camp.
Yeah, did you bring a hot rod down here?
No, I didn't. No.
You did not?
No, I
You
left
just
them at
here to
home.
Check them out.
Yeah,
maybe-
I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
You are?
Yeah.
You came all the way up here from Charlotte?
Sure.
That's
yeah.
very cool, very cool. All right, go take your seat. Get ready. Well, as you can see, people are coming in from all over. So let's get a little bit closer to these guys and see what else who else we got here. Where are you going, sir? Oh, he's camera shy. What are you going to do? All right, what time did you guys get out here this morning?
We were here about 7.
7? That's kind of late. You got some pretty good seats.
It's hard to get a good spot.
That's right. So did you guys bring a vehicle?
We did. We're brothers. We have a 54 Chevy truck that was our parents.
Are you serious? That's really cool. Now, did you guys build it or modify it since?
We built it ourselves, did everything but the paint and the interior.
And this is your brother, so are you a good talker as well? Where'd you guys come out from?
We're from Arkansas.
Of course they're good talkers. Anybody from Arkansas. Hey, so what's your favorite part about this show?
Well, I think this right here, just watching them come in and enjoying the the fresh air and all, it's great.
You know what? That is a big part of the Louisville Street Rod Nationals is watching the cars. They're always piling through here all day long. People are driving around, and that's one of the things I love as well. So how long did it take you guys to drive out here?
It's about an 8-hour drive. So
Now,
come every year. We've been for probably 10 years or so. We've been coming on and off for 30 years.
oh, really? That's a lot. Since 1989, these guys have been coming out here. You know, a lot of people have been to every single show, and that's impressive. But, you know, it shows what a good time it is. It's fun for the whole family to come out. Now, do you guys have kids?
No.
No kids. Who are you going to pass on that truck to? Come on. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Have a fun day. All right. Okay. Okay, guys, we are going to let you go for now, but we will be back later with more videos. So come on down for the day and enjoy the Louisville Street Rod Nationals. It's fun for the whole family, so bring the kids, and we'll see you a little bit later.
We're here at the 2018 Street Rod Nationals in the Pros Pick area. Rolling through, we have a beautiful 32. Here we come up on a sweet set of 30, or a 36 and a 41. Looks like there's a little Nova action coming up behind that. Woody. Cute little, hey Brian.
Hey, how you doing, Louie?
Doing good. There's world famous Brian Brennan. Got a nice little Woody here. So now this is going to be interesting. I have to walk backwards with the light. Here's that gorgeous silver blue again. Man, see good. Okay. Let's try first. We'll go this way. Oh, I love it. This guy drives this 57, no end, and first in the Pros Kick area back there. See a couple of later second gen F bodies. If you need it, there's a nice first gen F body. Looking good.
Everything's on the shop. I just kind of wondered. Depends on who you ask if you work on the
track. Okay. Looking good here. Ford. Now here's a fresh one. I haven't seen many 914s, but still not bad. It's probably running a super mediocre thing here, and then we got a few along the back row. I missed. That truck is awesome. We'll have to swing by later today. Another nice 36. Thinking he didn't need to come in here. Beautiful 40 Ford. Got a pair of 32s coming up. Looking good. We got a nice Camaro. Running LS power. Interior. Interior, and we'll see you next time around.
guys, we are live at a Street Rod Nationals, and we are seeing tons of hot rods pouring in the gates now. Now, you see all these people gathered up in this line. They're waiting to see Chip Foose. Chip Foose is an automotive rock star.
I'm signing autographs for fans of the show and people that you entertained for years and years.
How big is the LS motor in here?
Stock LS3 with a grind 2 stage 2 cam.
Perfect.
Stock heads.
Nice red leather interior. That's the world famous Dan Baker. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Trick on that camera does it. Just kind of levels itself out. That's a pretty trick right there.
So we're out at the Kentucky Expo Center with Bob. We're here at the NSRA Street Rod Nationals, the 49th annual, and this is the UPS Commercial Way.
Yes.
So tell me about the Commercial Way.
Well, UPS started this show about 15 years ago to give respect and judgment to vehicles that were designed to be in business, not passenger vehicles, but commercial vehicles. And what we look for, we have a good group of judges, 3 professional builders, a magazine editor, and good people that know what they're looking for. And what we're really judging is not how much money was spent. It's not a high-end show. It's a quality show. What did they do to the vehicle, and how well did they do it?
Right.
And
right.
that's what this is all about. We pick 3 vehicles that we don't rate them 1, 2, or 3. We pick 3 vehicles and we give them an award that's called an Outstanding Achievement Award. And normally we get 40 to 60 cars here. A lot of people don't read their program and don't know that it's available. Like we're looking for fit, finish, creativity, paint work, just overall.
And you get some really interesting.
Yeah, that's a Divco milk truck,
right.
from the 50s. That's interesting, and.
All the pickups are cool, but when you see what you can identify as an old work truck, if you will.
Exactly.
It's kind of cool to see what they've done with them.
We've had hearses, we've had ambulances, we've had fire trucks, we've had a whole variety, a whole litany of different
ice cream trucks.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Didn't we have a meat truck?
Yeah, we've had a meat truck.
But
we've had car haulers,
right.
Tow trucks. And we just, what I wish we had more spectator participation. People come over here and look at it, But it is what it is, and it's a fun time. And, we spend 3 hours talking with these people, meeting with them, and getting to know them.
So if you're on the grounds, you should come on over and check these out.
Yeah,
this is going on until 3.
Yes,
right.
Yes. The cars will be on display till 3 o'clock, and I think going to the shows is one of the best parts of the Street Rod Nationals. Right. You've got Commercial Way, you've got Under 29, you've got Pros Pick, you've got Mopar Country, and that's not to mention the vendors and the swap meet and everything else that's going on. Right. This is part of the Street Rod Nationals.
If you're a car lover, this is the place to be.
Yeah, I agree.
And the weather's perfect.
Oh,
perfect.
It's going to be that way all week.
How you doing there?
Okay. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Man, how's it running?
Great.
Yeah?
Yep.
Good deal. Well, we're just walking through, taking a look through the Commercial Way. We talked to this gentleman a couple of years ago.
He's a regular.
When he was out here.
He comes every year.
He's a regular.
I'm a regular.
He's a regular guy.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Things are good. Good to see you.
I mean, look at the detail that has gone into this.
Wow. That's very nice.
Yes.
I love the under the hood treatment there.
Yep. Big Indian.
Very
Chevy
nice.
Apache. That's what the Indians are. Get that?
And of course, we do like the high riding Warlock there. The older I get, the harder it is to get into something like that.
Yeah.
But it's cool looking down, running down the road.
Well, we haven't started judging yet. We'll have the 3 winners identified by 3 o'clock.
Okay, and the winners will be in the circle of winners on
Sunday
afternoon.
Right. They'll be
Right.
They'll be in the auditorium on Sunday.
So anyone who wants to see the judging the best of the best of the cars that have been out here, Sunday afternoon is a great time to come. It's in Freedom Hall.
Yeah.
It's air conditioned.
Yeah.
And the show's going on tomorrow, Saturday, and through Sunday. So
Yeah.
Bob, thank you.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
it. We're gonna
Nice seeing
we're gonna
you
walk a little more and just look around a little
Okay.
bit. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Let's just take a look at some more of the commercial way here. Well, I kind of like them open.
Really?
How you doing? Mark Thompson.
Tom.
Tommy, nice to meet you.
I just wondered, sometimes the photographers say they like to close them, you know.
Well, let's go take a look at it.
Well, go ahead. I'm not trying to rush you. I was just asking.
No, tell me about what you're driving here.
It's a 1939 Chevy delivery. I built it about 2 years ago. It was a total rust bucket to start with.
Well, it looks pretty darn good now.
Thank you.
It'd be one of my favorite colors, black. My wife says I'll wear something different when they make something darker. Very nice.
Thank you.
So you drive this pretty much.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it looks great. What part of where are you from?
Louisiana.
It's a pretty good drive up.
Yeah, it's about 800 miles.
Much cooler up here.
A little bit.
A little bit?
Maybe about 10 degrees.
Love some Louisiana though. Great food.
Thank you.
So you say this was a rust bucket. Where did you find it?
I found it in one of my neighbor's driveway. I begged him for about a year to sell it to me, and finally I bought it. And he finally, his wife actually sold it to me to get it out of his yard.
Was he out of town?
No, he wasn't.
Sometimes it works that way.
Right, right.
Honey, I sold your truck
In
while
fact,
you were out of town.
in fact, when she sold it to me, she said, and they got another one in the backyard. Mike, my name's Tom. Mike, load that one up too, and get all them pieces that's in that shed and load them on the trailer and bring them all to his house, and I'll give him the titles for all of them. And I said, great.
Take it.
I took it.
Yeah, that's right. Get it while you can.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, It looks very nice.
Thank you.
I like it. And you got a lot of room inside.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah, we
very
haul
roomy.
stuff in it.
Yeah.
I haul stuff in it. We just started buying stuff inside, so I'm just filling it up now.
Now tell me some of the details with what you've done with it.
Well, I got like a Tri-5 Chevy steering wheel on it. I got the Speed Hut gauges in there. I built all this underdash to hide the air conditioner and everything and put the vents and all in out of steel. I got working spotlights on it. I like the old school stuff with the visor and the skirts and that sort of thing.
You got a
big
rat
block.
rod shifter.
I got a rat rod shifter. I got a 427 big block worked on with a 3-deuce intake, all functional. $700 automatic transmission. It's a cruiser.
Move it down the road.
Oh yeah, it's comfortable. Got the old bench seat in there. Feels like you're sitting on a couch.
We'll step this way. Let Garrett get a look on the inside. Can I keep this open?
Yeah,
You mind?
We'll do whatever you got to do.
Here, Garrett, come on around. Here, take a look there. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Tom.
Who are you guys with?
We're with the
The
NSRA.
National, okay, y'all the NSRA crew.
We're on Facebook right now.
Oh.
We're on Facebook and YouTube. So if you
I don't know how to operate
go to the site later, you'll see.
I'll have to get my daughter to open it up for me.
I'm sure she knows. Well, Tom, thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Love it. So that's a little look at the commercial way out here at the 49th Annual Street Rod Nationals. Really having a good time out here. And so come on out and enjoy.
Go ahead. They want me to suffer.
Hey, it's Sherilyn, and we're coming to you live again from the Louisville NSRA Street Rod Nationals. So I'm here with Scotty D from Scotty D TV. Now, everybody knows you, Scotty D, but for those who don't,
Right.
let's just talk about a little bit about what you do.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I run a YouTube channel and a .com. So you can go to scottydtv.com, that's IE, or you can go to the YouTube channel. Done it about 8.5 years, and actually it started out as cooking and hot rods. Right?
That's pretty cool.
That's a
Wait, is it
combination, right?
cooking and hot rods or cooking on hot rods?
Well, no, we did cooking and hot rods because people get mad when you cook on the hood. But I thought, what better two things to go together than eating and hot rods? And pretty soon I figured out that the hot rods were taking over and the food was kind of, not paying the bills as well. So we started pursuing the hot rods only. So I shoot American muscle mostly.
So that's what it evolved into. And now where do you go? You go to car shows everywhere? Go to a lot of NSRA events?
Yeah, well, NSRA is a staple because they've been around a long time and they always bring in cool cars. So I get this show and I do the Knoxville show, and we're at SEMA, and it's a bigger show. It's Detroit and things like that. So we start out in January and take a break for Christmas, but other than that anymore, we're working about 11 months a year chasing hot rods.
Okay, so everybody check out Scotty D TV. And right now, we want to check out this car behind us. This is one of your favorites, right?
And I had just shot this car. Metal Brothers debuted this car on Thursday morning. It's a 68 Camaro, twin turbocharged, 1,850 horse, if you can believe that. And some of the things I really dig about it, because they didn't go over the top, because one of these cars, you don't have to chop them or anything like that. You know, you're just getting into messing it up. But it being twin turboed in a world in which everything is supercharged makes it really cool. I like some of the carbon fiber effects they put on it because that kind of gives it a race modern touch, street machine touch. Did a really nice job on the interior, blacked out all the chrome, you know, so that those are details that you kind of overlook, that you don't realize at one time that was chrome, and if it was now chrome, it would stick out, you know, and where this kind of flows because the hinges, everything is black and red, and some deep dish tires on the back. Just an absolutely beautiful car.
Well, now, this is Metal Brothers Hot Rods, right? And they're out of Alabama. Now, do you know anything about them, or they just have this amazing car?
No, I know David and Pam and Francisco and all the owners. I feature their stuff all the time. This is their latest build, but they've got several builds that have been out in the past. They're always down at Cruising the Coast, you know, repping those events like that. So you can find them around. They've not been in the hot rod world for a long, long time, but they've probably been building for 7 or 8 years would be my guess.
That's pretty cool. That's a pretty young shop, you know? Yeah, they're doing some great work for being so young.
Yeah, and the cool thing, too, is that, and David hates when I say this, so I'm sorry, David, but David Kuntz was a sprint car champion. Raced sprint cars for 25 years, and when he won the championship, he retired. And so nobody knew where he went, and I was reading an article that had a thumbnail from one of my videos. And I was like, what's going on with that? So I started to read that they lost David Kuntz, right? The sprint car people had lost him. Yeah. And here he popped up in NSRA Louisville with this Camaro, and he was building hot rods now. So the next time I seen him, I was like, you know, what are you doing? You're more famous than I am. And so there's his background. And as you can see in a car like this thing is built to drive.
Well, I was just going to say it looks more like a race car, and I was going to ask, do they race this?
Yeah, well, it's just finished, but I can promise you at some point this car is going to see autocross duty because that's what David does with his stuff. He builds them, but he's not afraid to go out and use them. And a lot of people, especially in today's world, get confused. They see these high-end cars, and I have no idea what kind of money they have in that car. Several six figures. Something.
But it's high-end work, for sure.
Right, and they automatically assume that is a trailer queen. Not anymore, guys. Not anymore. The market is today that they want to drive them. They want to show them for a year or two, and then after that, you'll drive them. And you could go out in this parking lot right now, and I bet you can find a 3 or 4 year old Riddler car sitting out there, a grade 8 car, because they're being driven.
It's true. You got to get them out there to have fun.
That's right.
Well, and we're here at the NSRA here in Louisville. What's fun about this show?
Oh, man, it's the NSRA's biggest show to begin with. So, you know, I don't know the exact number. We're talking about 15,000 cars. And if you could imagine a town the size of Louisville just going all hot rod for like 4 days, and that's what you got going on. So, no, if you've never been to an NSRA event, get out and get to one. And if you only can make one, this is the one to make. And because you can see, we have inside stuff, high-end, 30-some cars sitting inside, and probably 8,000 or 10,000 cars sitting outside.
And next year, here in Louisville, we got the 50th anniversary coming up.
How cool
so are you coming out?
Oh, you know it. Yeah. I wouldn't miss Louisville. It's just like I say, it's worth the trip. I'm out of Knoxville, so I travel, but yeah, you're always guaranteed to have not only a good time, but you're going to have quality cars. And the NSRA they're great hosts, and they run a great show. They've been doing it for 50 years, so they know what they're doing.
Good people running it and good people showing up, like you, Scotty D.
Oh, man,
all right, if you want to find Scotty D, go to Scotty D TV or ScottyD.com.
You go to ScottyDTV.com, and it's an IE, not a Y, SCOTTIE.
All right, we are out. We will be back to you live in a little while. Thanks for checking us out at the NSRA Louisville Street Rod Nationals.
See ya. Thank you, ma'am.
swears up and down the car did not come with a Hemi, it didn't come with a 426 Max wedge. He hands me the build sheet that's got written in pencil from an engineer that it's a 426 Max wedge, and the car went to Mr. Norm's.
Started to do it with pullbacks. What I did is I found out that I could take. Got to bend over. It's hard to bend over anymore.
Isn't it?
It's Sherry Lynn, and we are live from the Street Rod Nationals in Louisville. Now, you see all these people gathered up in this line. They're waiting to see Chip Foose. Chip Foose is an automotive rock star, and you can tell because look how many people are waiting here to see him. See? Going to get in line, obviously. All right, hey, how long have you been waiting in line today?
Oh, I think, 10 minutes.
All right. It's gonna be a while. There's a long line.
Huge Foose fan.
Are you?
So
Okay.
yes, we watch all the time.
Have you met Chip before?
No, and I am so excited.
Are you more
Yeah.
excited or is she more excited?
Nah, we're not together. She's more excited. We're all excited.
Perfect timing. Hey, all right. Hey guys, so you're waiting here to see Chip Foose, right?
Yeah.
Are you pretty excited about it?
Yeah.
Have you ever met Chip Foose before?
No.
You haven't?
No.
What are you gonna say to him when you see him?
I don't know.
You better think of something quick. You're pretty close in the line.
Yeah.
Is this your dad? Yeah, he took you here. Are you excited? How you been enjoying the show?
I like it.
Yeah. Right now, are you a car builder?
Yeah. We have a 71 Blazer.
All right, a car builder. Excellent. Hey guys. Hey, now I know these girls are from St. Louis, and they've been waiting quite a while to see Chip. Are you excited?
Oh, you know I am.
Oh gosh, yes.
Okay. When you see him, what are you going to say to him? Are you just going to grab him and hug him?
I'm going to ask him if the restraining order is over yet.
Okay. We better move along here. Sorry. Okay, let's go to the front and see if we can't just jump in line and talk to Chip for a second. Hi guys. Hey guys. All day. All right, so I'm going to try to sneak out one. He's drawing a beautiful car on someone's T-shirt, so you can check that out. Very cool, Chip. We've butted in line, and we've apologized all up and down the line for butting in, but we just want to say hi.
NSRA.
NSRA. We're doing the official video for the Street Rod
exactly
Nationals.
what your position is.
My name is Sherry Westrich, and I am the talker.
The talker?
Yeah, that's right. I was hired as a talker. They said I got a lot to say, so anyway,
Now, I want you to tell the fans where I last saw you.
we last ran into each other in Australia. We were at a car show, and I turned around and
In the Outback.
out in the outback. Yep, there were kangaroos, there were emus.
Randomly and
Yeah.
just bumped into each other.
Yeah, we bump into each other all the time, and here we are again.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. So I see this car behind you. That's a Packard. Is that correct? 35
sure looks
Packard.
like it, yes.
Well, your wheels are on it.
Yes.
Are those your Riviera wheels?
They're either Riviera or Sahara or I think it is Riviera.
They're your wheels. Come on, man.
I built them for the Eldorado that we built.
Oh, okay.
Or
That's
the
where I've seen
Eldorado,
them.
I should say. Chris Andrews' car, and then it went into production, which is what they're selling here.
Very cool.
But when I put it on the Eldorado, I hadn't named it yet, so I forget all the names of the wheels.
Well, I didn't. I think
don't deal
they're,
with it
they're
every
really
day.
good.
MHT, the parent company, they manufacture and retail the wheels. I just draw them.
All right, so what else are you doing here? You're in the U.S. Mag booth. What are you going to do at the show? What's your funnest thing?
U.S. and Foose Wheel booth, but I'm signing autographs for fans of the show and people that you entertain for years and years.
But I want to know where you're going to party at, so all these people can come find you, because you're live on Facebook right now.
As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to bed because I was up all night.
Can you believe this guy?
I went straight from work yesterday to a concert with my wife, straight from the concert to LAX, and flew all night and got here at 9:30 this morning.
I know that's no big deal, because he used to make me work 18, 19 hours a day, and he didn't care about that, right?
Well, I would do the 8 days with zero sleep.
We got 2 days off. He
Nobody
didn't.
else do that.
Exactly.
But a few guys tried.
Yeah, well, I couldn't do it.
Roger Willis, he got to day 8, but had to take a nap.
I love it.
That was the closest one. That was the second episode, or the first episode, when we did the search and rescue truck.
Oh, nice.
Robbie Gordon's.
See, I knew better than to fall asleep on the job, because they'll film you sleeping.
I usually slept only, if I was going to sleep, it was usually when the car was in the spray booth. When it was at Mitch Lanzini's shop, I'd go in his office and I'd get about an hour or 2 hours nap before car was ready to come out of the booth.
That's when the pranks happen.
It was. Well, it's good to see you.
All right, yeah, good catching up with you. We're going to go check out the rest of the booth.
The rest of the booth?
Yep, and then the rest of the show. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the show. And your
Enjoy the
little-
rest
and
of
your
Sherry.
nap. Okay, let's check out this 35 Packard. I've heard it's a really rare car, and I actually walked up and I said, "What is this?" Because I had no idea what this vehicle was. Hi. Hi there. So are you the builders? The builders of this?
We are the builders.
Yes.
Dennis Rostamont. This is Brandon.
Hi, nice to meet you guys. Okay, and what's the name of your shop?
Rooster's Rod Shop in Gaffney, South Carolina. So we build complete cars from start to finish. And the cool thing is, we do everything. Everything on the car is done by
Okay,
us.
so frame, all the way from frame to paint?
Metal work, paint, body, interiors. This young man is sewing leather interiors now.
Yes.
So did you work on this vehicle as well?
Yes, I helped all throughout the entire process of building the car. I was there the entire way.
And so you did a lot of the interior?
Yes, I did.
That's very cool. How old are you?
I'm 15.
All right, here we got another one, under 29, 15 years old. That's pretty spectacular, because I saw the work in there and you did a really great job.
Thank you.
And the other cool thing is he's actually designing some of the parts on a computer at home and 3D printing them, and we're covering them and putting them in these cars.
Okay, that's high tech. That is high.
Yep.
You're beyond anything I could do. That's very cool.
Yes, so I'll sit, he'll tell me what he wants, and then 15 minutes later, after some modeling, I'll show him the proof of it, and then we'll 3D print it and wrap it for the car.
Now, we've just been talking to Chip Foose, and I see you got Foose wheels on here. Of course, it's in the U.S. Mags booth, so it would. And what is the name of these wheels?
These are the Rivieras from.
See, I got it right. Rat Pack line.
It's from the Rat Pack line.
I like
is what they
that.
call that.
That's a cool name. Okay, so point out a couple of features that you think are spectacular. I'm looking at the motor right now.
Well, the motor's an LS3, 430 horse, and we also have the new GM 8-speed automatic in this car. So that was kind of a challenge getting this 8-speed to work.
Yeah.
But it does work, so we good.
Now, what was the horsepower? That sounds like a giddy up, but it sounds like you could ride this, down the highway.
It's 430 horsepower, and the car rides and drives phenomenal. So the car is built to be driven. We have put bugs on it already. There'll be a lot more bugs on it when we get home. So are
there any body mods that we can look at?
Some of the body mods we did, we made hidden hinges. We got rid of the hinges out here, moved all those inside.
Now, what is it? Hidden hinges?
Hidden hinges. We moved the hinges from out here and hid them inside.
So when the door opens
So when the
up-
doors open, you don't see these
That's
hinges
very
out
cool.
here.
Okay, what else you got that's spectacular? Is that the
custom.
original line here where the tire goes in?
This is the original spare tire line. So we had to remake these from scratch to accommodate the 18-inch wheel.
Okay,
so we fabricated all that. We custom fabricated the engine cover. The hoods were used to be 4-piece. We separated them and made them so you could open them singly. The dash is all hand fabricated, as well as the center console.
Wow, that's spectacular.
We tried to clean all that up. We also put in a PCS push-button shifter. So the shifter is actually controlled by the push buttons.
Now, this is a rare car. Tell me a little bit about that.
This car is one of 3 on the National Packard Registry and one of 1 with dual side mounts. So this car is actually what they called a touring coupe. it had a back seat.
Oh, wow.
And it had suicide doors. It is a factory suicide door car, which is pretty rare for Packard.
Yes, it is. It's pretty rare in general. So that center console, what did it used to look like, and what did the seats used to look like? Were they buckets?
The seats were, it was original seat buckets with no bolsters or anything that tilted up so you could get into the back seat. The dash was very short and round. So we want to...
You just completely changed the look of the interior of this
Completely
vehicle.
changed it.
Okay, let's go around the back. You know, the back kind of scares me because there is a very scary little guy there.
He's a very slow worker. He's been there for 2 days and hasn't gotten very far, so...
Well, he's an old guy. We'll give him a break.
So with this, it's called a 120 and had dual trunks. So originally, there was another trunk here with a door where the spare tire went.
Let's step back a little so they
Okay.
can get that on film now. Okay, so dual trunks would be a top and bottom deal?
Top and bottom. So you have your trunk here, and then there was a door here where they slid the spare tire. So usually when you had a dual trunk, you didn't have side mounts for spare tires. So that's what's kind of the rare deal. So we filled that in. We moved the gas tank, and then we actually put the gas tank here and hid it in behind. And then we created a Packard emblem just to hide it all.
Very cool. All right, you've done a spectacular job. I love that you restored a rare car and kept it going. You know, kudos to you guys for doing that. And excellent work.
Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure.
Well, enjoy the rest of the show. I'm sure you're going to have crowds here bugging you the rest of the time. We're going to move on down and check out some other vehicles. Yep. All right, guys. Now, these cars, I'm having trouble recognizing them. Oh, it's a Rambler. This is a Rambler? Okay. Hey, Paul's the guy, he knows. Paul, tell us about the Rambler.
Well, I know her. This is owned by a woman that races. I know her by Trackside Susie.
I like it, Trackside Susie.
She approached us last year, and she had this project, and you know, obviously this isn't off-the-shelf stuff, so she needed somebody that could make a custom set for her, in obviously kind of goofy sizes and back spacings.
Yeah, because those fenders cannot be stock. And then, did you tub it? What's going on down there?
I'm not sure what all she did with it. All I know is that she is an active racer. Yeah. She does autocross. In fact, right now she's running hot laps for BFG.
Very cool.
But you know, she's a great spokesperson, and she gives us a lot of exposure. So.
Of course, because how many chick racers are there? That's pretty spectacular. I like it. I like when I see a girl's car that's just spectacular and awesome, and then she's taking it out and racing it. Yep. Pretty cool. Okay, let's check out this Ford truck down here. What's special about it?
Well, one of the reasons we wanted to have a Ford truck is we just introduced this new wheel, and the old Ford pickups have a 5.5-inch bolt pattern that's really unusual. Very few people have anything off the shelf in that large pattern. So this wheel will fit the old F100s without having to change out your hubs and stuff. So for the Fords and the old Chevys, the guys that don't want to change their 6-lug, this wheel will accommodate it. So we do
the bolt pattern?
5 on 5.5.
Okay.
And then for the Chevys, it's 6 on 5.5.
And you have both off the shelf.
Right, off the shelf. So we have this chrome version. The other side, we have the gunmetal.
Cool.
And this is an interesting truck. I only talked to the guy briefly. His name's Mike, and this was his wife's truck. And when they just got the truck, she passed away with cancer. Oh. So he finished this truck as a tribute to her.
That is really sweet.
It's really beautiful.
Wow. And a great story behind it, and a lot of love probably went into this truck, huh?
For sure. It's an excellent, and he did a really great job. Comes in every morning and he waxes it and cleans it, and so he's really proud of that.
So let's have a look at the motor just real quick. Do you know what he's got in there?
I couldn't even tell you.
Well, fantastic. Hey, I like the story about the wheels just as well. Okay, so
right now he's got to decide what he wants to end up with, because we've got the gray ones on the other side and the chrome on this side. He's waffling back and forth on which one he wants to end up with.
So your booth is huge. You got a big crowd here bringing Chip Foose into the Street Rod Nationals. How's the show been, and what are you looking forward to in the next couple days?
Well, we enjoy this show. It's a great venue. They do a great job putting the show on, And we have so many different segments that we target, whether it's the trucks down in Texas, the Fords. We have dually line now because the C10s are getting hard to come by, so the C20s, people are starting to dress those up, so we've got a line of dually wheels. We do restoration parts over here where people are wanting to restore cars to look OE, but they want 18 or 20-inch wheels, so that's a lot of fun. Down in Texas, they're doing that tucking, which they're taking brand new trucks and they're chopping the axles. They put 26 by 12s in the back, so we have that series. And then we also do a lot of off-the-shelf stuff, so this is our chance to showcase to the target audience.
And you've got everybody covered, no matter what your style is or your preference.
We have other brands that target different market segments, but
Yeah.
we're here between the Foose and the U.S. Mags.
So are you going to get out into the outside and check out a bunch of cars at the show? What do you do here when you're here? I know you've been here before to Louisville, so.
I pretty much stay in the booth most of the time, and then we take turns going out and wandering around.
Well, you got to get out there. If you get out to check out some cars, come find me. I'll go with you. All right. All right. Thanks for talking to us. And we will see you live from outside a little bit later at the Louisville Street Rod Nationals. Hey, it's Sherilyn coming to you live again. We are with Classic Instruments at the NSRA Pro Picks Corral, or is this an area?
It could be a corral because there could be somebody wearing chaps out here.
Okay, well, I'm not wearing any chaps because it's a little bit warm. So we're going to talk to John and Devin from Classic Instruments, and tell us a little bit about how this Pro Pick area works.
Well, we like to get a good cross-section of what the cars are like, and we look for the best of the best. So we have industry professionals, whether that be builders, manufacturers, or magazine staff, or just somebody who's really into hot rods. We tell them to come out to this area, pick their top 12 cars, then we go in, tally all the votes, and the top 12 cars that have all the votes are the winners. They get the Pros Pick Awards. So.
Very cool, very cool. So, Tim, what's your part in this?
Well, I'm actually good or bad, so people is going to hunt me down. I'm actually one of the judges. They've asked to do this for many, many years, and it's an honor to be able to do this. And, of course, they don't ask somebody to judge if they've got a car in competition. I usually have a car either in the builder's showcase or one of the vendors or something like I do this year. So it's kind of cool. We get out here and talk to the car owners and look at everything. And some cars, maybe been grade 8 cars. They've only been indoors for quite a few years, and now they're finally out in the sun, and I think they look way better out in the sun. So it's a great, great group out here.
Cool. Okay, well, thank you guys. And I'm going to actually turn the mic over to Tim, and you go around and check things out and tell the people what's up.
Okay, thanks a lot. So follow along. We're going to do a little Facebook Live feed. I've kind of pre-talked to some of the guys to make sure they were by their vehicles. Some of the guys, I think, went to have lunch right now. So let's head down the row here. There's a few guys. I'm going to stop right here. He's just back from his workout at the gym, it looks like, because he's lost his sleeves and everything after flexing. So tell everybody who you are and where you are from.
All right. My name's Don Comer. I'm from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, and we have a little shop called Roadster Rod Shop. And we're just enjoying.
This is a little Roadster right here behind him that he built.
This is our 32 Ford Roadster. It's a coast-to-coast car with candy red paint and a 385 small block with a Richmond 5-speed. We like to go out and roast the tires off of it every chance we get.
And the cool thing, I've known him for a few years. You know how much of a car guy this guy is, and you got to know that your girlfriend is a true car chick if you're going to propose at a car show. He didn't do it at this one, but he did do it at another national event last fall, and she said yes, and she's still with you.
She's right back here behind the car with me.
And have we actually tied the knot yet?
Not yet, October 27th.
Cool. And everybody, where are you registered, Target and all that, so people can send wedding gifts to you at your shop address, right?
Well, of course, we're registered. We have the Knot website and all kinds of stuff, so you guys can find us on there.
Very cool. Awesome car, and thanks for coming out. And the cool thing is about this, I used to come, I started coming to the Nats when I was like 14. My great uncle used to bring me, and you see guys finally bringing their kids. Well, I finally brought my dad. I know it's terrible. It's his first Nats because he was always a Tri-5 guy. So now that the year break's open, it works backwards. My dad comes, and your dad's here hanging out too.
That's right. My dad always comes with me. We've been coming to car shows since I've been 6 years old, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
So remember that. Take a kid to a car show. If you don't have your own kid, borrow somebody else's, but make sure you get permission first. Don't just take the neighbor's kid.
It'll keep them out of trouble for sure, or get them into trouble of a different kind.
Okay, thanks a lot. We're going to move on. So, yeah, we're out here in the Pros Pick area in Louisville, Kentucky. One of the best shows on the circuit in any series. A couple guys down here we're going to look at. Are you going to tell me if I walk into somebody? We got a great group of cars right here. Are you with this car? You want to talk on we're on Facebook Live? Tell everybody who you are and what you got in this amazing machine behind us.
I'm Fred from Lucky 7 Rod Shop in Stortstown, Pennsylvania, and we brought a 62 Galaxy 500 with a Coyote and a twin turbo.
Did you get that? Coyote and a twin turbo. If you know anything about cartoons, the Roadrunner was faster than the Coyote. So if you put two turbos on a Coyote, can you catch the Roadrunner?
I hope so.
I'm pretty sure you can. So what's going on in the interior? It's got beautiful leather, cool little buttons, so it's kind of modern, but yet it's still got some old school touches to it.
Went with a charcoal gear gray exterior, kept the burgundy inside and on the top, made some quarter panels with a rear arched fender well to match the front and lost the fender skirts.
And the real question is that nearly enough tire underneath the back end of that?
It's a 315, so it's making 680 horse, so it hooks up pretty good.
Awesome. Great car. One of my favorites out here in the Pros Pick. Thanks for talking to us. Again, a lot of great stuff out here. We're going to move down the road. There's like 4 zingers right here in a row. We got an awesome 37 Ford Coupe right here. The owner is back here. Mike Morris, you want to come up and talk to the crowd? How we doing? Now remember what I told you, no cussing. We're on Facebook Live right now. So really cool car. It looks really subtle until you really start looking at it. It's got amazing interior touches in it, the cool artillery wheels, and a lot of power underneath the hood.
Yes, it does. It's an LS6 with CTSV Cadillac, the little 200-mile-an-hour Cadillacs, and it responds real well. It really does, especially in a 2,700-pound car.
What's the chassis upgrade you got?
It's all TCI show package on the front end, and it's 4-linked on the rear with 9-inch Ford, and it's got the chrome coilovers and with the chrome springs, polished bodies, and it's got TS or T56 6-speed. And
we're a gear banger in this thing too, huh?
Yes, the only way the LS6 ever come was with a 6-speed.
Yep.
There never was an automatic LS6, so it's a kind of a unique package. Really enjoy it.
Very cool. Thanks for taking the time, and thanks for bringing this thing out to the Pros Pick area. Got another guy right down the road here. Again, there's some heavy hitters right here in this second row. And we got Jim Talaga I think he's hiding out right over here. Jim? See, I told him to wait by their car and, Oh, yeah. Oh, where's Jim? Oh, I talked to you earlier and you said you were going to be by the car. How you doing? Good. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from.
Jim Talaga from Plainfield, Illinois, and this is a 47 Ford Sportsman, Woody convertible, and it's got a dock motor in it, 4.6 trans, and heat and air, 9-inch Ford rear, Posey springs, height front end. Dave Martin from Door County, Wisconsin, did all the wood. It was about a year at the wood guy doing the wood, so it's been a long project, about 2.5 years.
A lot of people probably know your name just by hearing it. Tell them about, you got a string of cars or have had through the years.
I do. I've got a 42 Woody. The same guy did the wood on it. I've got a 32 Roadster, 332 Roadsters. What else have I got? 40 Ford Woody. A few cars.
This is the point in the conversation that I say, I'm up for adoption.
My son's in line.
But can he work on your cars? Because I could be your live-in car mechanic.
I think he wants that job.
Well, thanks for taking the time. Amazing car, beautiful car. So good luck in the competition. So we had another guy. Last year he ditched us and didn't want to talk. And I told him he didn't have a choice this year. So we got Ray Bartlett. He's out of the the East Coast Hot Rod Garage. So tell everybody what you brought and what you've been up to.
All right, so this is a 1931 Ford Model A with a 32 5-window roof and a 32 cowl, 32 grill shell. But we kept the Model A doors overlapping, fabricated curved aprons. So we kept some of the Model A features and incorporated them with a 32 5-window.
Just that simple, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a quick little job, yeah.
And these guys are known. They got bigs and littles on most of the cars that they build. The stance is amazing. They always have something in the pros pick, in the builder's choice. And I can say this is one of the hardest working guys in the industry. Him and his right-hand man came and was on my TV show years ago, kicked some serious butt. And when you look up Hot Rod in the dictionary, it's probably a car that the Hot Rod Garage built.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Did you bring anything else to the show this weekend? Or?
This year, no, just one car.
Well, you're kind of slacking, aren't you? Getting easy in your old age, or what?
Came by myself, so I couldn't bring more than one.
You came all by yourself?
Well, the wife's back at the pool.
Yeah, his wife. Everybody likes to see his wife. We don't care about Ray, so she's a sweetheart. So maybe we should have warned you. She could have tuned in on Facebook and seen you live doing this.
Yeah, should have done that.
So what do we got coming down the pipes out of the Hot Rod Garage that we can talk about?
We got a 29 Roadster, full fendered car that's about done. That'll be out this year. We also have a 54 Ford convertible, like a mild custom that we had in Nashville, and we took to a couple other shows. So that's been out. And then a ton of other stuff. We got everything.
And didn't that car just win like a Ford and a Ford award someplace?
Yeah, in Syracuse. Yeah, yep. But we got everything from 69 Camaros to Rivieras to Tri-5 Chevys. We're doing about 15 turnkey builds right now.
Wow.
Quite a lot.
Well, thanks for not ditching us this year, and good luck and awesome hot rod.
Thank you.
So we're take off through this way. Look, Vic's hanging out here. Vic, you want to be on Facebook Live? Do you know what Facebook is?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Because last year we had a guy, and I'm interviewing him. He gets done, and he goes, well, what's Facebook? He says, that's my grandparents, or my grandkids have Facebook. So this is Vic, and I butcher your name. You're going to have to spell your name.
Well, it's Labanchnig. It's spelled Labanschnig. And
You got me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? See, we're Facebook Live. We had a technical difficulty because I knocked the battery pack off of this. So we're going to spin around because the car that Vic owns is actually right over here. It's this beautiful 55 Nomad. It's got knockoffs. It's got an LS with stack injection. Lots of cool tweaks on this thing. And you've been really lucky with this thing, I guess. Not really lucky when you bring a piece like this through the show series.
Well, it's been fun, too. And, it's all the people have been just a joy to be with, including yourself. And we've been to a lot of shows together. And you've built some great cars, too.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, yeah.
So what's underneath this thing? I know it's got a chassis swap. It's got a new chassis underneath of it.
Morrison chassis. And another good supplier, vendor, Morrison is, yeah. And crate engine at the LS3 480 horse, and then with the Engelese injection. So it's 6-speed. So everything it's working out fine. Yeah, just enjoying it and having fun.
Yep.
Yeah, Vic always has one of the biggest smiles in any show that you see him. I've seen him coast to coast, I think, at events that we go to. And thanks for bringing out Awesome Nomad. We'll see you. So I don't know how long they're wanting me to do this, but I got one other guy back here to talk to that was waiting for us. So, again, we're live in Louisville, Kentucky, Street Rod Nationals, NSRA. I don't know how many cars we got registered so far, but I did see a guy that I know was registered yesterday that was 9,400 something. So I'm sure we're going to knock on the door of 10,000 cars again this year. So, you guys still following me here? All kinds of stuff. Cool Woodies, LS, a lot of cool induction, great stance, big billet wheels, hand-painted wood grain on that. It's a 37 Ford sedan with a Mustang motor in it, fuel injected. Little traditional 40 Ford coupe, dual quads, Buick nailhead power. And we're going to go over here and talk to this guy with this truck. And, of course, he's on his phone. So again, we're live in Louisville, Kentucky at the big one, the big Street Rod Nationals. Been coming to this event since I was about 13, 14 years old. Of course, it wasn't always in Louisville back then. I think it was in Oklahoma, maybe when I first went with my uncle. So here is an amazing piece. Another guy I've seen on the show circuit for quite a few years. Come up here. Lots of stuff going on to this thing. So tell everybody where you're from and who you are and a little bit about your truck.
I'm Donnie Johnson from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Truck started out in the family 50 years ago. My dad bought it when I was 7 to basically drive back and forth to work at the post office. And my older brother learned to drive in it in 72. He wanted a 56 Chevy, so my dad kept driving it for another 4 years. I learned to drive in it in 76. He said, "Do you want it?" I said, "Yes." So I've had it and been driving it 42 years. This is the third restore I've done on it, and painted it back real close to the original color tone as it was originally. It was tan. And then I stumbled across this little mailbox trailer about 2.5 years ago at the NSRA show in Oklahoma City. And I said, what more fitting with my dad starting his career in 1958 with the post office. These are 1958 mailboxes. So I did this as a tribute to him. He turned 80 in December, so I finished it up last fall as a tribute to my dad.
That's awesome. And the trailer is a new addition, what, midsummer last year maybe?
Midsummer last year. The truck's been finished about 3 years, and then the trailer we finished up last fall.
Yeah, just take time to look at the details on this thing. It is as smooth as one of these can get. I know how hard these are going to be to make them fit and look right to modern standards because I just built a panel truck, one of them, and they were utilitarian to say the least, the way the hoods fit and the latches and the doors. And this thing, he's got side opening tailgate on it. It's cut and rubbed to every inch that you can do on this. So what can't we see? What's the underneath of this thing?
The underneath is I kept the original frame just because it's been in the family 50 years. So I put the RideTech Level 2 suspension, got the new upper and lower control arms, new tubular trailing arms. It's all painted body color. And, of course, it's got the RideTech air suspension, so it's all the way down right now. And it is still a roller while it's all the way down in case while I'm cruising I have a ride, some type of air failure, I can still get off the highway or whatever. Running on intro wheels and Nitto 555 tires. Got the Master Power Brakes system, so it'll cruise with that LS7 in it, and it'll stop.
You got billet hood hinges up here. Looks like Eddie Motorsports billet hinges. A lot of work up underneath this hood, too.
That's correct. All of these custom inner fenders are done with all of the punches have been custom made. The pieces have been custom made. I got the LS7 with a 4L70E transmission behind it. It's got a 9-inch Ford rear end with 373 gears, and all of the a lot of the creases have been smoothed, and the doors have got just immaculate closing capacity. I mean, they're just at a touch they'll close, and I can demonstrate that.
What is the hood latches?
Those are custom made. We've got the Eddie Motorsport hinges, and then we custom made the little eye bolts and use mini bear claw latches for the hood latching mechanism, where the latch used to be in the center. When we cut all of the high radiator bracket support down, we brought the filter right in the middle there where the airflow is good into that LS7.
Very cool. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. It's amazing. As I say, I've seen this thing all over the shows that we've been, and it's usually at the top of the heap wherever it's at.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
So, again, we're doing some Facebook Live, probably getting ready to wrap this up. We have been here in the Pros Pick area, brought to you by Classic Instruments at the big one. Almost 10,000 cars here on Friday already. You know there's people still working, going to show up, locals. So I've been Tim Strange from Strange Motion, and it's been a pleasure, and we'll see you later.
Here in Louisville, and Melissa is bringing in the winner. Be the big winner.
I was. Gosh, it was.
Hey guys, it's Sherilyn, and we are live again from the Street Rod Nationals here in Louisville, and Melissa is bringing in the winner. Come on in. Go on, yes. Yeah, can we get another woo?
Woo! Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Big moment.
It is a big moment.
All right, how many times did you walk past this car over there in the hall and check it out?
Oh, quite a few.
And did you think I'm going to be the big winner?
I built a 37 Chevy in 1992, and I've been out here every year with it until this year. I didn't make it out here this year with it, so I brought out my Firebird instead. Wow. And this is the one I won with. Thank you. Wow. Thank you all.
That's going to be your lucky car from now on. Now, tell us what emotion went through your head when you heard your number.
Oh my gosh, it went brain dead, seriously. I mean, it really did. I had to look at my wallet and look at my number again to confirm that that's what I heard. So what it really was, it was awesome, truly awesome. Thank you all. It's
Charlie,
just a beautiful job.
How long have you been coming out here to the Street Rod Nationals?
1992. Yes.
And you had your other car with you, but this is the first year you bought
the Firebird. Well, no, I had the Firebird out here last year.
Okay.
But I brought the and in '92, if y'all remember, that was the year of the flood. That was it. Rained so hard out here, and there was flood cars and the whole bit. Wow. My 37 Chevy in 1937, we had the flood, so it was a flood car. But really, this is beautiful. This is absolutely awesome.
Okay, so you have the 37.
Yes.
Have you always wanted a 32? What do you think of this car?
Oh, it's awesome. It truly is awesome. I mean, the best of the best. I mean, what else can you say, right? Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, who are you here with?
This is Tony. Tony.
About your friend Tony?
Yes,
well,
that's my son-in-law, Tony.
Oh,
come on forward, Tony. Yes, son-in-law Tony.
What do you think? Can you give us a woo?
Yeah. Woo! Hell yeah, hell yeah.
All right, it's always exciting here in Louisville, so come on down next year for the 50th anniversary, and we are signing off from the 49th annual Street Rod Nationals.
We'll be out here next year. Thank you.
Big
absolutely. Woo! Yeah, three. I'll have the 37 out here again. It will be out here.
So next year there's going to be 2 giveaways. Right. You won't just win 1 car. You can win 2 cars next year.
That's right.
You going to come back and win them?
Absolutely.
Right.
I'll be here.
You've got this car, so you're good.
I'm good. Thank you all. Thank you all so very much. Yes.
All right. We'll be back with you live a little bit later. Have a great night.
We're here live at the 2018 Street Rod Nationals, getting a nice look from the roof. But everything's looking pretty good. Look around. Unfortunately, we don't have a good day, Adbert from America. Looking beautiful out here. Unfortunately, I don't have any actual numbers, although I believe we're over 10,000, which is great. Looking good here. I'll swing over to the other side in a few minutes, give you a shot of the beautiful grassy area and the swap meet. Here, this is just basically the parking lot. If you look at the very top center of your screen, would be hiding the safety and an area. We swing over here. We've got our couple of outside vendors. Most of it's ride check. And a couple of pinstripers, the one-armed bandit and doodles over there. The ride check is, of course, doing their suspension analysis for people. See if we move here, the center of the screen up at the top would be the gate. Hello, Jean-Michael. Hi, Earl. We're at the 2018 Street Rod Nationals in Louisville, Kentucky. Sorry, I think I might have misread your name, Jean-Michael. Hey. Roll on here. I'll give you the swing back. It's an amazing sea of cars. Boy, look, if you look at, like I said, at the center of the screen is your gate, and they are still literally piling in, backing up the traffic. It's almost 10 o'clock here, East Coast time. We'll come back at you in just a few minutes when I swing over to the other side, get you a view of what's going on over there. We'll see you soon. Have a great day.
This is Saturday morning. This is the big day for cars. I'll say it again. You can see any kind of car that you're into. A couple of guys here from the 29 and below group. And this young man, I want to hear a little bit about what you did on the giveaway car.
My name is Nash Simmons. I own a poultry shop in New London, Missouri. Me and Josh here, we were honored this year to be picked to do the interior and the giveaway cars. They're going to be given away here later this afternoon.
Well, we're about to find out who the lucky winner is. Woo! Now,
Absolutely.
All right, how many times did you walk past this car over there in the hall and check it out?
Oh, quite a few. Thank you. Thank you all.
Did anything get on there live?
YouTube did.
Oh, okay.
Facebook. Okay, we are now we're live on Facebook. Let's start it over.
It's Sherry Lynn, and I am coming to you live from Louisville, Street Rod Nationals, NSRA. This is Saturday morning. This is the big day for cars. I'll say it again. You can see any kind of car that you're into, from old beaters like this little guy, to trucks, modifieds, antiques. Everything is rolling in the gate, and this is the big day for cars. Now, if you're here in Louisville, come on down. You want to see this live and in person. This is a family event. Bring the whole family down, bring the kids, load them all up in the truck or the modified or whatever you got, and bring them down for the fun. This is going to be a big show today. Okay, so today we have a lot of cool events going on, and I'm going to participate. We got the Street Kana. I'm going to take a ride in one of the cars, and you can come down and do some autocross and show off your skills, kind of match yourself up against your friends here at the show. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to get in the driver's seat. We'll see what happens. And the other great thing about today is it's the big day. we're giving away a 32 Vicky, and that's going to be exciting. One of these people you see driving in right now is going to win a 32 Vicky and drive it home, and it's a beautiful car. We're going to have a look at that later, and we're going to go to Women's World. You know, if you haven't heard about Women's World, that's the way to get your wife to come to a car show. And if you don't know how to shop, she'll teach you. Check these guys out. They are having fun. We're all having fun here. Check out the crowds. This is where you come to people watch, but mostly you come to car watch because they're all checking out the vehicles coming in the door. You're going to see people lined up everywhere in this show. Give us a wave. Hey. You see, everybody has fun at the NSRA Street Rod Nationals here in Louisville. Look at them just pouring in the gate. This is not going to stop all day long. People just keep on coming, and we love it. So one of the things that, you know, is dear to my heart is bring a kid to a car show. If you're going to come out, bring the kids. This is a family event, and we want to inspire young people to get involved in the automotive industry. Now, one of the events we have here is 29 Below, and that is an amazing event where all the young guys in the automotive industry who are doing really good, they bring their cars out, and we check them out, and somebody wins the honor of being one of the best 29 Below builders. So we're going to go check that out today. And let's check out some of these folks over here that came to watch. Now, every year here we find this guy sleeping, but I think he's awake. Let's go see. Hey, where did he go? Well, we lost him. He must have fell asleep. So, you guys are here at the show. Did you bring a ride?
No, we left them home.
So are you here to just watch the cars? Because you got a front row seat here.
We're evaluating everybody and judging it. Oh, yeah, it's happening.
So how's everybody doing? Give some rankings of your favorites.
2s to 12s. So it's
2s to 12.
Yeah.
We're counting station wagons.
Yeah, is what we're doing. Station wagons.
Station wagons seem to be the new in.
Oh, really? The station wagons are the new in. So how many have you counted so far?
Probably we're getting 8 or 10%. I don't know how many there are, but.
So you're doing percentages, 8 or 10%. And how many street rods you think?
Probably 80%.
All right, 80% street rods. That's what we like to hear. All right, well, you guys enjoy the show. Oh, how's it going? Oh, here he is, and he's awake.
I am, yes. Hello.
How are you enjoying the show? How many times have you been down here?
Probably 20.
20 shows. That's a big number. Okay, so how's today comparing?
It's huge, actually. Compared to, yeah, it's actually a lot bigger than it used to be, and it's getting a ton of numbers today. So.
Big day, big day. Okay, what do you enjoy watching come through?
Old Mopars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I'm a Mopar fan as well, so I'm on your team.
Perfect.
Okay, who'd you bring with you today?
My dad, my uncle, and my other uncle as well, and my mom and aunt are around here somewhere getting coffee.
So you guys brought the whole family. See, that's what you do here. You bring the whole family, come out.
Exactly.
Very cool.
So.
All right, I'm going to let you guys watch a few more cars come rolling in because here they come. So I hear you guys love talking on the mic.
No, we don't.
That's a no? Now listen, you know this is going to happen when you sit in the front row and you come here. Now, how many times have you guys been here?
Since it started.
What was that?
Since it started, maybe.
So 49 years.
49 is NSR.
This is the Street Rod Nationals here in Louisville's 49th anniversary. So now you're saying you've been to more?
Yes, we've been to all these and other ones in Columbus.
So everything in the series, not just Louisville. That is amazing.
We used to go to 7 shows a year.
And now, do you guys bring a ride with you?
Not this year, but yes, we usually do. I got 2 rides. I got a 34 Chevy and a 32 5-window Ford. Yep, and love it. I got Florida, but I build them.
Oh, yeah, he's got a shop in Florida. That's very cool. Now, why do you love coming out here? I know you love like watching the cars, obviously.
Cars and trucks.
Cars and trucks. There you go. Now, do you do Women's World?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, she goes to Women's World. What's the most exciting thing in Women's World? To tell all the ladies to come down.
The perfume lady and all the variety that there. I mean, there isn't anything you couldn't want, you know.
So everything that a hot rod girl wants, you're going to find at Women's World. Well, we appreciate you guys coming out to every single show in the NSRA circuit. What's that?
Watch your show. It's nice meeting you.
Oh, it's nice meeting you too. Thank you so much. All right, so go watch this show when you see us. We're live on Facebook, but you can replay that later and tell the kids to watch, right? Thanks, you guys. And the cars just keep rolling in. It is going to be like this for the next few hours. Cars just piling in. Everything, every make and model. You know, the one thing I love watching is the paint jobs. You see all kinds of paint jobs, all kinds of colors. And you got to say red. I think red might be the most popular color. Now that I said that, here comes a black car, a yellow car, an orange car, a green car. Perfect timing. Okay, I'm looking for someone to pick on next I gotta speak to, but I see this cute little puppy dog. Can you say hi? He's a little shy on the microphone. We always say bring friends and family. You brought the puppy. Does he love it?
Yes, she's loving every bit of it. Sophie.
Her name is Sophie. That is so cute. All right, well, it's a family event. Bring everybody down. We're going to wrap it up here, and we're going to come back to you live later from Louisville, NSRA, Street Rod Nationals. Come on down and see us live. I had to put the puppy on camera. Sophie, hi. I'm a huge dog lover. I have a little Boston. What kind of dog is that? She is a Yorkie. Oh my goodness, she's so cute. Yeah. Oh, Sharky. I'm gonna have to get me a little Sharky. Hi.
Welcome to the 2018 Street Rod Nationals. We're here at the gate watching the beautiful Ford Roadster. Here comes a nice Nova. Looking gorgeous. We got a Corvette on the backside here. Cute little Ford. Airlane. Mustang in the background. Hi, say hi to everybody. We're on Facebook. Hello. Say hi to Lori. She's the only one there. We're on here right now. Oh, now we got more. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, that's a real nice Chevelle. Hello, Glee. Oh, look at that. Nice surprise. How often do you see a cool Toyota? Sorry, I'm obsessed. Ah, look at that nice little orange Chevy. Wow, looking good. Hi, hi, hi. Wow, beautiful Camaro. Grumpy old man. This little Model A. Here comes the cars. As you can see, somebody with the late model car has blocked things up a little bit. Good morning, Lori. Hello, David. Oh, a couple of Jeeps are coming in. Wow, that is a good one. Lou. There. Dodge. He's got a 340 in there too. We've used that guy's flames more than once, and they're very far. We'll use them again. Here's a nice little GTO. Oh, followed by some Plymouth. I believe it could be a Dodge. I'm not very good at that. That and an 82 to 84 out the beach. Oh, hey, this little pickup truck came by last time. Look at that. Michael? Or Mr. Ward? Oh, look at that. Starliner. Oh, look at that. Fox body Mustang. Nice to see people actually doing some good stuff with built-rated cars. Hello, Mr. Dennis Myers. Nice little F1. Phil's garage. I can see him turning left again. Living in love Bel Air. They know me. Little Willie's. Seen him all weekend. And how do you miss a guy in a pink car? Hi. Whoa. I really like these old trucks like this. I don't know what's wrong with me. They are just fine. Coast to Coast 37. You know that car well, all things considered. Change. Got a Tri-5 leading the way. Okay. Here comes a nice Model A. Running the 5 power and small block. Ooh, that's a pretty car. I haven't seen him all weekend. Oh. Here comes one of my favorite 41 Fords. First we're going to watch this beautiful silver 3435 Chevy. I like this car a lot. There's a Hot Wheels made after it too. Uh-oh. soon. Hey. Doing good. Nice line, look at that. There's Roy Drum and his wife. Oh, there's a mean looking pickup truck. Nice shell going by. Followed by another 48. I think that was the 48 delivery. Oh, here's another one. Looking good. Say goodbye to the puppy dog, and we will see you all in a few hours. If I can figure out how to finish.
It's Sherry Lynn coming to you live again from Louisville. We're at the Street Rod Nationals, and I'm talking to Jim Rose. Jim, we are in Mopar country, correct?
Yes, Mopar country is one of the events that's put on by the National Street Rod Association, and we will be giving away 5 trophies to 5 of these beautiful Mopars that are out here today. They will be in the winner's circle tomorrow at Freedom Hall.
Now, who can get into this area? I know you gotta have a Mopar, but what are the actual rules here?
Well, Mopar, of course, is Chrysler, Dodge, Plymouth, or DeSoto, and now the AMC cars, so the Javelins and the AMXs and Jeeps can come in as well, and it has to be either Mopar bodied or Mopar powered to be eligible to win any of the awards, and we do highly encourage the use of our NSRA safety inspection program. That's one of the things our judges really look for, is a safety sticker in these cars.
What exactly does that mean?
That means that they have been checked over, and I think you can see to my left here, the guy in the red shirt, they're doing an inspection on that car. And they look at whether it has a speedometer, rear view mirrors, whether the brake lines and fuel lines are safely mounted. There are 23 points that they actually look at and make sure the horn works and the wipers and that it's safe to drive up and down the road. And that's something that NSRA has done for many, many years to show that we are kind of self-policing, because back in the day, hot rod kind of had a bad connotation to it, and we're trying to make public visibility look a lot better.
That's right. Here at the Street Rod Nationals, we are safe. Now, I know you talk Mopar, don't you? Do you have a few Mopars of your own?
Yes, I do. I've got a 70 Roadrunner here behind me, and I also own a 48 Plymouth, a 68 Dodge pickup, and a 2010 Challenger.
Well, you might be the man of my dreams, because I am a Mopar girl, for sure. I've had anything from Super Bees to old darts, and I have a GTX, so we speak the same language. Let's go check out some of these cars. You want to come with us?
Sure.
All right. We're live on Facebook, so we're going to show the people out there what we got here. Now, let's start with your vehicle. Are you in this?
No.
Okay,
so
let's go to.
I'm not eligible for the judging.
Okay, well,
because I'm kind of in charge.
Let's check it out anyway.
That wouldn't be right.
We'll check it out anyway. Where's yours at?
It's right here.
Oh, spectacular.
70 Roadrunner. It's come off of a rotisserie restoration. I think every nut and bolt got twisted on it when we were doing it.
And are you a Mopar purist? Do you have to have them all the bolts clocked the right way and everything, or do you modify?
Not so much, because I won't have something that I won't drive.
Oh,
perfect.
Yeah.
If you see mine on a trailer, it's broken or stolen.
That's awesome.
This is just a basic hot rod. It's got the 383. It's a pistol grip 4-speed, and it's called Vitamin C Orange. It's got a 323 rear end in it. I get almost 16 miles to the gallon going down the highway with it.
It's a beautiful car. Now, let's go towards something that's Mopar powered.
Sure. I'll just have to look as we go. And as you will see, next door here, we have a Plymouth Coupe that is Chevrolet powered. But because it has a Mopar body, he's completely legitimate to be here.
Fantastic. Okay, so you can go either way. You can have the Mopar motor, or you can have the Mopar body, and you're in. You can come into the country.
Here we have another beautiful car.
Well, let's head over here.
Also got, I believe, LS1 Chevy power in it, but what a smooth car. And take a look at the interior there. Now that's faux alligator. So no alligators gave up their height.
No alligators were harmed in building this car, but it is faux alligator. I like the word faux. So this is powered by LS1, you said?
It is powered by Chevrolet, yes.
And what's the body?
The body is a DeSoto, right?
A DeSoto. Is this your car, sir? Well, step right up. I want to ask you about it because it's a beautiful vehicle. Now, tell me about these wheels.
Well, they're build specialties. They're Cayenne wheels. 21s in the back and 20s up in front.
So you put an LS1 in there.
It's not an LS1. It's a 6.1 liter Hemi.
Oh, it's got a Hemi in it.
It's a 6.1 Hemi.
I might deep up.
Yeah.
You know, for a
I was
Mopar
coming
guy,
up
for a
to say
Mopar guy
something
to
to you.
miss that, I am so sorry.
No problem.
Hey, we both missed it. It's okay.
That's
It's
all
okay.
right. You're allowed to miss one.
Yeah,
you got the
cool.
one.
Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful car. So
Thank you,
now
mate.
you didn't kill any alligators, did you? Did you wrestle any?
We did not wrestle any nor kill any, so everything is good with it.
Cool. Beautiful car. Thank you for
very
showing it to us.
thank
Have a
you.
great time at the show. Thank you. All right, let's move on down the line. We'll check out some more Mopars here. Mopars.
Find anything that's not Mopar.
We've got another Plymouth with a Hemi in it.
Hemi
That
in
must
it.
be a popular deal, a Plymouth with a Hemi in it.
Yeah,
Now here we got a little, is this called a
that's called an A100.
A100, right? Yep, that's kind of a little van truck combo.
And that looks like a 66 or a 67 with the, we call them pie plates around the headlights. So 66 and 67 had those larger areas in the front of them.
Cool.
Those are pretty rare these days. You don't find very many A100s out.
That's right. I built one of those years and years ago. Now, let's move on down. We've got a more stock vehicle here. This is a 67.
Yes.
And it looks like they have the stock motor in here.
Got the slant six. We call them the leaning tower of power.
There you go. I love it.
Very economical, but this car is really nicely done.
Cool. Now, over here I see another Hemi.
Yes.
a Charger RT Hemi. I know I see a few of these around, but these are that's a pretty spectacular rare car, right?
Yes, and the 68, 69, and 70 Chargers are extremely popular these days. They're probably the hottest in the market. If you watch the Barrett Jacksons or whatever, the Chargers will probably go a little bit higher than a lot of the others like Roadrunners and things.
Well, we got just about every make and model here. Let's see where we're going to head next. Oh, a Duster.
Yes, we'll check that out. Looks
Now,
like maybe a 340.
Across any 70 Dodge Chargers here today?
70 Dodge Chargers.
I haven't been paying attention to registration, so I have no idea.
You ask them under the tent.
Yeah,
See,
I figure Mopar Country
now the
would be a
guys
good
out there.
place to spot
Yeah,
one,
see,
'cause-
now you go on Facebook. Everybody's seeing this live on Facebook,
Yeah.
and then they're going to know you're looking. This guy wants to spend a lot of money on a vehicle.
Oh, you betcha. Yeah, with this emblem. But
Oh,
shoot.
if you get a
we're in Mopar country.
Yeah, well, a buddy of mine's building one. He just called and he said, "Hey, I need a picture."
Okay, we're gonna sneak back here and check out this Duster.
Good luck. Good luck. Thank you.
This is a pretty nice Duster. Now, back in the day, people would give away Dusters. Now, these are a high dollar vehicle. People love them, and they finally realize how great they are.
Yes, this is a nice example. I can see it's one at some other shows, and it's a really, you have to have a black car really smooth to make it look nice. And
That's right. That'll show any paint mistakes are going to show on a black car, and this one doesn't appear to have hardly any flaws at all. It's gorgeous. It's a four-speed pistol grip Duster 340. This is a car for a real car girl who wants to take it down the road. This is going to have some giddy up in it. There's a lot to see here at Mopar Country. If you're here at the show and you're getting us live on Facebook, come on over to Mopar Country and check out all these cars. These are amazing.
Great. Let's walk over here and take a look at another one over here, one of the older cars. This 33 Dodge Delivery. Check it out.
Okay, we're going to check out a Dodge Delivery over here. What now? This is a 34?
I can't remember if it's a 33 or 34. We'll check the.
We'll find out. Maybe we'll find the owner down here and give him a little quiz.
Behind the tent back
There they are. Is this your car, sir? Yes, ma'am, is correct. You want to come? You want to come chat with us about it a little bit? It's a beautiful vehicle.
Thank you.
Now, is this a 33?
1933 Dodge.
1933 Dodge. This is a Delivery. Why do they call it that?
This is a Delivery. It's Chrysler Champagne. It's I bought it as a body and a shell only, and decided to make it what I wanted to make it. Came originally with its wood wheels on it, and I made it all Chrysler, the best I possibly could.
Now, tell us a little bit about what you got powering in there under the hood.
Well, I usually leave that up to Mopar people to tell me what they think I've got.
Oh, man.
Because
You're on. Jim, you're on. What do you think he's got in there?
I see 273 valve covers on it from a high performance 273.
You got that part right.
And it's a small block, but
340?
It's got J heads on it.
I'm thinking 340.
Well, it's got J heads on it from a 340.
Okay.
But it's actually a 318 engine out of a 1970 Dodge Challenger.
Nice.
What I tell people.
Oh, now that was yours. And who are you?
I'm Sally Wolf. Yeah.
Sally, nice
and we did put a 340 in that car.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So.
I had a collection of parts like this. I tell people I built it to look like a 273, but I built it to run like a 340.
So Sally's a Mopar girl. I want to see what you got to say. Now, what kind of Mopars have you had over the years?
The Dodge Challenger was mine. Yes, and it was fun. It was saddle tan leather interior and a convertible.
Really cool. Hey, this is a beautiful vehicle. Thank you for showing us, and thanks for coming out to the show. All right.
Thank you.
All right, what's next? We got a Hemi Cuda. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous Hemi Cuda, and it looks like, yeah, I'm sure it got a
girl in you.
Exactly, and it's got some 5-point buckles in there, some Simpson seat belts that looks like they might race this. Maybe they're taking it out to the autocross and doing a few things like that.
And they just passed inspection. You can see his inspection paper on the windshield there. So.
There you go, safety inspection certified here. This is a very cool car. It's got a stock look to it, even though they've modified a few things. It's pretty awesome.
Yes, it's a very beautiful car.
Okay, what else are we going to see? There's a million of now. Here's a Demon. Those are cool. A little 340. Yep. Looks like it's a daily driver.
Yes.
See, and you don't have to paint it to get it in to the Mopar country. You can just bring it as it is and leave a little patina on there.
Right. He's got a slant 6 with a, looks like a 4-barrel on it. He's got a high performance option on the slant 6 there.
Now, what's this little guy?
I believe that is a 31 Plymouth.
31 Plymouth two-door sedan. That is gorgeous.
He doesn't have his hood up, so we can't tell on the engine.
That's right. We're not going to check it out. Is there anything that's a must-see that we're going to see before we go? I'll tell you what. We're going to see.
They're all fun to look at.
Yeah, and we're going to see the top 5 in the winner's circle. And when does that happen?
That'll be tomorrow. They'll move the cars into Freedom Hall at 10 a.m. in the morning, and the awards will be given at 1.
Okay, so if you're here today, come back tomorrow. If you haven't made it down, come back for the rest of Saturday and show up on Sunday and see everything in the winner's circle. Thanks, Jim Rose, for showing us Mopar Country.
Thank you for your time.
Hey, it's Sherry Lynn coming to you live from Louisville. We're at the NSRA Street Rod Nationals, and it is Sunday. This is the last day of the show, so you want to get down here. If you are anywhere in the area here by Louisville, get down to the show. Sunday is a great day here. This is the day you can come down and see the circle of winners. That's where the best of the best, chosen here at the show, are all gathered in one place so you can just check them all out. And you know, last night someone won the beautiful 32 Vicky. Today, you can come see the 2 cars that you can win next year. For the 50th anniversary, we're actually giving away 2 vehicles. And they're here now. You can check them out and see if you bring a car next year, what you could win. Now, Sunday's a big day here for families. Bring your family down. If you're around Louisville, get down here. There's a lot to see. Everything is still going on strong. And as you can see, people here have a great time. Everyone just kind of gathers around out in the streets. If you can't make a friend here in Louisville, well, I don't know. Come on, let's go see if we can make some friends right now. Hey, girls. Now, have you ladies been here all weekend? Yeah? Very cool. And so what's been the funnest things that you've done this weekend? The cat's got her tongue.
I'm trying to think. What? Going inside spending money, or
right? Well, you cannot admit spending money because you're live on Facebook. So what you want to say is, I'm watching the cars go by, honey, thinking about which car you should have next, right?
There's a lot of unique cars here. Watching the cars.
You're watching the cars. That's what people do here. They make friends. They line up and they just watch cars. It is a fun day. Come down for Sunday. It's the last day this year. Let's go down and talk to these guys now. Now, did you guys bring a vehicle?
This is our black Corvette right here.
You brought a black Corvette?
Yes, it's a 71. We're from Indiana, up on the hill.
So they came all the way from Indiana.
Yeah, it was a long trek.
Now, have people been just loving your Corvette sitting there?
Yeah, we've got a lot of recognition from it, you know, and as well as all cars, because every car has its own distinct flavor. You know, and that's what makes the NSRA car show. You know?
That's right, and that's what people do here. They share what their version of the coolest car is.
Yeah, and they're sharing their personality.
Exactly.
You know, they're sharing their personality. Also, on the change the subject, we hate to see it over, but I know this is the last day. The weather's been beautiful this year. Everything's been nice. The camaraderie, there's nothing more than fellow street rodders. It's like meeting family.
Yeah, street rodders are some of the nicest people in the world. And, you know, you can come back next year. It's a big year. It's going to be the 50th anniversary next year.
2 giveaways.
Yep.
2 giveaways. We'll be here.
I think they should extend it to be a full week.
A full week.
Start on Monday through Sunday.
You know you can. You just show up early over there at the
hotel.
I know, but
I'd be kind of lonely.
I bet a lot of people would show up with you. I bet you may enough friends here.
People that travel 400 and 500 miles just for a couple of days, I think they'd enjoy it for a week.
Okay, we're gonna have to start planning more events. They just can't get enough, you know.
We met two gentlemen from Argentina this morning.
I met those guys from Argentina,
really
so they
nice,
came a long way.
classy guys. You know, and of course, I'm sure we have some people from Australia and across the ocean too.
People from all over the world come here. You know, they come from other countries. They come from all over the United States and drive their cars here.
Yes.
That's a great show.
Yes, it is.
You wanna show me what you brought? I'd like to see your Corvette.
Sure.
All right. So first thing today we're gonna see is a gorgeous Corvette. Now, what's your name?
Ray Knight.
Ray Knight.
Ray Knight.
What year is the Corvette?
1971 Corvette Coupe.
71 Corvette Coupe. Let's
Black
go
on
check it
black.
out. Black on black.
Yeah, black interior, black exterior.
You murdered it. Wow, you got a lot of chrome there. That's very cool. Wow, you have kept this thing beautiful.
It's 525 horsepower. It's balanced, blueprinted. It's got the M22 raw pressure transmission, which is a heavy-duty transmission that GM put out for the muscle cars.
Now, was that something available in 71 with the rock crusher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was available probably in 67 on up maybe to the early 70s. And I'm not sure on that knowledge.
But if you know the Corvettes, you're going to know about the rock crusher, right?
Yes, yeah.
I like the name.
Yeah. And the rear engine's a 370 posi traction, which is kind of standard line.
So you got posi in the back?
Yes.
Now, do you get this thing out and race it at all? Do you get out and
No, it
just
don't
really
get
gun it?
raced. You know, guys, I enjoy driving it, but the only thing that hurts me is rock chips, like from semis and stuff like that.
You know what I tell guys? You got to get a bra for your car. They get that leather bra in there, and then you don't worry about the rock chips and just drive it on down.
We bring it over on Wednesday, and we leave it and just transport back and forth, and it stays covered at night. And we get here about 4 a.m. and get in line and get our spot.
And it's a fun time, right?
And Ray Chapman's our friend here in the Nova.
Now you guys came in together and got spots together so that you could spend the weekend having fun, everybody in a big group.
Yes.
You know, I see that's what a lot of people do. You see a big group of guys that all want to be together for the weekend.
Yes.
That's very cool. Well, I appreciate you talking to us.
Here's the engine. Take a look at the
Oh,
engine.
we got to look at the engine. See, this is a proud Corvette owner right here.
Kind of gives you an idea of the technical part of it. And what we did a lot of stainless steel, and we kind of contrasted with the black on the car, so it didn't run all one thing.
Yeah, well, all the stainless and chrome really pops when you put it next to this shiny black paint. Well, you've done an excellent job. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
It's been a pleasure.
And you can hang out with your friends and have fun. And like I said, just like these guys, you can come down here with your friends, hang out and have a great time. So we'll see you, and we'll be showing you more live later today.
And like I said, it's like family.
That's right.
It's like family.
So we'll be back with more from the NSRA 49th Annual Street Rod Nationals.
Thank you, my man. Y'all want something to drink? I got water.
See, you're already offering me drinks. I like you. I'm good. Thank you so much.
That is a nice one. Jeez, poor George is working at 8:32.
I got a truck now.
And this chassis engineer working hard before they're open. I guess that's the dangers of making parts for working folks like us. This is a line of elevators.
just got to go today.
Pay the bill.
That's kind of cool, crazy, isn't it?
Morning.
Morning, morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Last day, baby.
Good.
It's been a good show.
Morning. Morning, morning. Look at that, like being in bed. Okay, I'm in the middle of something right now. I'm sorry. Okay. It's B103, actually. First floor, yes. Oh, but vendor services, I don't know. That's the regular services. Oh, 10, 11.
It's Sherry Lynn coming to you live again from Louisville, NSRA Street Rod Nationals. We're going to do a little drive around here. Now, if you're in another state and you couldn't get down here to the show, we're going to let you know what it is going to be like next year when you show up for the 50th anniversary here at the NSRA. Now, the people here in Louisville, they love to gather along the street, and we got a bunch of them here. Look how much fun everybody has. This is where you have fun, watching all the cars come in. That's right. These people come in early to get a great spot front row to watch these street rods pour in. Hi, guys. Hey, all right. Everybody is having a good time, including us. Hey, guys. Hey, all right. There we go. Now we got a big crowd going. Hi. Hi, guys. Now let's spin it around. We're here at the South Wing at the Kentucky Exposition Center. We're going to swing around and let's go back through a line of cars and see who's coming in today. Look what we got here. That was a Hearst Olds just went by. Now that's a rare car. Good morning, guys. Everyone's so friendly here. I'll tell you what, this is one of those shows, even if you come down by yourself, maybe your friends, can't get the weekend off. You come down by yourself, you are going to have a bunch of friends before you leave. Everybody here is so friendly and having such a good time. You just walk up, people want to meet you, people want to know you. There they are. Good morning. Now, as we head back towards the gate, you're going to see the cars are still streaming in, and this is going to go on for the next couple hours. There are thousands and thousands of cars. If there's something you want to see, come on down. If you're in Louisville right now, you've got to get here and bring the whole family, bring your friends, tell everybody to come on down and meet you here. You're guaranteed to have fun. Now we're going to go down and cruise through this alley. We're going to check out people who have been here a while and been hanging out. They got their tents set up and they're ready for the day. Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday. Look out for that car. It's on fire. They got flames shooting down the front of that car. That's beautiful. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Thank you. Now we're headed down towards Exhibit Hall, and this is where you're going to find vendors inside. If you're looking to build another rod, you are going to find everything you need inside Exhibit Hall. There are vendors in there that have everything to go on your car, from wiring to I was going to say from soup to nuts, but they don't sell soup in there. Good morning, guys. Later today in Freedom Hall, you're going to want to show up because they are going to give away a 32 Vicky. This car is spectacular. It's a turnkey vehicle, and they built it specifically to give away at this show. It is a gorgeous ride, and one lucky person is going to drive away with it. Now, next year is going to be the 50th anniversary, and you're going to want to show up for that because every year we give away a car. Now, get down here as soon as you can today and check in. You could win the 32 Vicky, but if you show up next year, there's going to be another car to win. The 32 was built by Way Cool Customs, and they're a little outfit out of Illinois, and they did a beautiful job with this car. I wish I could be the winner. Now we're coming past the South Wing. There's always a big crowd out here just watching the parade of cars go by. This guy was so proud of his motor, he had to take the top off. Hi, guys. See, whatever you're into. If you want a blower motor, you bring it out here. You want to bring your street ride? Hey, good morning, folks. You having a good time? We're having a blast. All right, us too. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. See, friendly folks everywhere. Okay, now we're going to go and we're going to circle around in front of Freedom Hall. We're going to check out what kind of rides are parked out in front of there, and later today, we're going to go inside and check out all the vendors. We're going to check out Women's World, and that is a spectacular, spectacular place in this show. You can buy just about anything that a hot rod girl wants. So if you're a lady rodder, get down here and check out Women's World. There we go. We got some cool folks driving by. We're going around the front. Gonna see what's happening in front of Freedom Hall down here. Good morning. Good morning. I always say if you can't make friends here in Louisville at the Street Rod Nationals, why, I'd just be very surprised. I think you're going to make a ton of friends if you come down here. Everybody's having a good time, and they're looking to share their good time with anybody they meet. Hi, guys. Little Opel GT parked on the side of the road there. That was gorgeous. Can't go wrong with a little Ford Ranchero. If you love the Tri-5s, there are a ton of Tri-5s rolling around here, parked everywhere. And I love that there's just different cars everywhere you turn, one after the other. You can't get bored here, I'm telling you. You're going to find everything from Fords to Chevys to street rods, antiques, trucks. It's here. If you want to see it, you're going to see it. Just come down here and cruise around. Meet the people, have some fun, have a nice lunch, and hang out with the family. Hi. Hey, these kids were on Power Tour. Hi. There went Tim Strange. You never know who you're going to see. He's in here cruising around. Now, Tim Strange is here. He helps us with the pro picks, and he's out there in the pro pick area. They, go around and they judge some of the cars that they let the pros have their pick of what they think the best car is out there, and you get some beautiful rides. Here's a little 32 Roadster pickup. That's a cutie. Morning. Now this is an old pink Cadillac. It is loaded up with people. They got about 8 or 10 people in that Cadillac. I don't know how they did it, but I want them to open the trunk on that thing and see if there's anybody in there. They took me literally. I said, bring the family to the show, and they did. Several families were in that Cadillac. Here's a little red Corvette. That thing's gorgeous. Morning. Now, the guys up front were counting station wagons. I don't know. Maybe they counted that one. There goes the old tractor hauling everybody around. This tram will take you all around the show, so even if you don't want to walk around, you can ride around in the little tram and you get pulled by a tractor. How many people can say they've been pulled by a tractor? All those people can. Now we're back to the front gate, and we've been gone a while. We've been driving around the show, checking things out, and here we come back up, and here they are just pouring in. It's like an avalanche of gorgeous street rods coming in the gate. Okay, we're going to wrap it up live from now. We'll be back at you a little bit later and check out more of the show. But for now, we're going to pull over and watch a few more cars roll in.
Stand next to pretty girls.
You just did. Hey guys, it's Sherry Lynn, and we're coming to you live again from the Louisville NSRA Street Rod Nationals. Now I'm here with Ty from Risingers, and we're going to talk about this Nova behind us. This is a 71 Nova, right?
Yes, ma'am, it sure is.
Okay, so next year is going to be the 50th anniversary of the show here in Louisville, and this is going to be one of the giveaway cars that we're going to give away to a lucky person who registers, correct?
Oh, we're super excited to see it happen, too.
I am too. Okay, so tell us what that means to you to be involved in something like that, where you can give somebody an amazing vehicle.
Well, honestly, this is the third one we've done, and that's crazy in and of itself. And part of the reason we continue to do it is just because it is such a joy to see the excitement in the spectators. Although the first one we gave away, the guy was literally petrified, stood there. Somebody had to usher him down. The next guy, he went from 0 to 1,000 on the Richter scale in excitement, almost jumped off the balcony. So we're just looking forward to what the story's going to be next year.
That all sounds cool and fun. Now, what do you think about the NSRA? I know you've been participating obviously for many years. What does that mean to you?
Oh, I don't want to get all choked up and teary-eyed here, live on Facebook, but to be a part of the 50th annual in this industry is a super big, just a blessing for us to be a part of.
And the NSRA is such a great company. Everybody loves this show and all of their events. Now, let's get into this vehicle. Now, what does it mean
Together,
to you?
Or
No, well, not actually get inside it. I mean, get
anything.
into talking about it.
Okay.
You're a funny guy. All right. So, tell us about what are you going to do to this thing to make it really special for the winter?
Well, we started off with a basic 71 Nova, like you said, to try to do. I wanted to keep it as simple as we could, but we needed to do a few things to make it special. We're doing a pro touring style, and that's why you see the Rocket Racing wheels on it. We got some big Willwood brakes on it and that sort of thing. We kept the bodywork simple. I removed the drip rails on it, flush mounted the back window, got rid of the marker lights on the side. But other than that, it's going to be pretty traditional body-wise. The bumpers, we pinched those in, sent them off to John at Custom Chrome Plating to have those made shiny so they look good. But for the most part, looking at the car from the outside, it's going to look like a 71 Nova.
That's going to be really, really cool. Now, you mentioned a couple of sponsors, but I know this takes a whole team, right? There is a team of sponsors, most of who are here at the show, to help you build this.
Yeah, Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, if it wasn't for the sponsors, I wouldn't be able to afford to do this. So, let's see if I can go through the whole list in my head.
Oh, no, we don't have time for that, but they will see it up on the NSRA website, and they can find out who's helped you build the car.
Oh, please do. Yeah, look them up, and make sure you go and you say that you saw the car and their parts on it. We definitely want to support them because they've been gracious and wonderful in participating with it.
Okay, well, thank you, Ty. Everybody check out Risingers. You can find them at risingers.com, is that correct?
Risingercustom.com, yes ma'am.
Risingercustom.com. And come on down and check out the 49th annual NSRA Street Rod Nationals. And we'll see you next year when we give away this beautiful Nova. Woohoo!
You did a great job. Standing there, and you're holding the camera, the poise, the technique.
Did you see when you were doing like that? And you got you and your knee? Yes, perfect. All I know is that you are funny. You'll be out there. See you right there.
Way done, built this car. We got round tires and those things. We go however you want to do it.
say we got that years ago. People like it a lot. Oh, and Mike.
Hey, it's Sherry Lynn, and I'm coming to you live again from the Louisville NSRA Street Rod Nationals. Now, we are here with Joel from Johnson's Hot Rod Shop, and as you know, this is the 49th annual show here in Louisville, but next year is the big 50th anniversary, and Johnson's Hot Rod Shop has agreed to build this 32 Roadster behind us, and they're going to do this for the 50th anniversary giveaway. Now, having that honor and that opportunity to give away a car like this, what does that mean to you?
Oh, it's a very big honor for us. To be, to know that this event has been going on for 50 years is quite special, and to have the honor for the shop and all the guys and ladies that work at the shop, it's a big thrill and honor to have. Put our blood, sweat, and tears into it, and some lucky participant's going to win it. So
that is true, and it's fun to give stuff away, right?
Oh yeah, but you would like to keep it in the family there with all of our other great builds that we've had over the years. They become one, and so whoever does win it next August is going to have a really spectacular hot rod.
Now, I've seen a lot of your cars, and I am a huge fan of your work. But for the folks out there who maybe are just now hearing Johnson's Hot Rod Shop for the first time, is the 32 something that's in your wheelhouse?
Oh, very much so. A 32 Ford is kind of the specialty of the shop. We're very well known for building hot rods that have a great stance, have loud pipes, and provide many thrills for their owners going down the road. And here at the show, we have several examples that are here, and so our loyal fans, or if you want to call it that, and great customers that we've had are still enjoying them and able to keep going down the road with them.
Well, I'm a loyal fan. I love you guys' work, and
thank you.
And it's a community here at the show and in the street rod world. And so behind us, I saw a sign, and it has all the sponsors that are on board to help you guys. So tell us a bit what that feels like to have that whole community involved.
Well, the big thing about when we were building this car is Alan Johnson wanted to include all of our partners that we work with on an everyday basis, from our land speed builds that we've done. We're getting ready right now for Bonneville Speed Week that'll start not in the end of next week, and so we've got a lot of effort going into that. So hopefully we can set some land speed records out there, and but then just the people that have helped us, we wanted to be able to provide something, and the Roadster is going to be at that platform. We've got something like 50 to 60 partners on this project. So
okay, you're going to have a lot of help. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the car next year. Now, I just have one more thing I want to talk to you about.
Sure.
And I'm looking behind me on the other side. Do I see a motor back there? Is that what's going in this 32?
Yeah, one of our great partners is Keith and Jeff Dorton from Automotive Specialist Racing Engines. They're in Concord, North Carolina, and we worked with Ford Performance Parts, and it's based off of the Ford Boss 302 block. It's an all-aluminum motor that is set up to run the Borland injection that's going to have an electronic fuel injection that's going to be mated up to a Bowler transmission. It's an automatic transmission, so it'll be no shifting gears or anything like that.
So this is going to be a get on the road and drive vehicle.
Yeah, and before next year we'll have worked out all the bugs, and we're going to put some miles on her so it goes down the road. But that motor made over 500 horsepower.
So when you say you're going to put a few miles on it, does that mean I'm invited out to drive it?
Sure, come on. We'll go for a road trip and try to get all the bugs out, so when that lucky person wins next August, they'll be able to fire it up and go down the road, no problem.
Well, I can't wait to see the car when it's finished. It already is cool now, but these guys are going to turn this around and make it into something spectacular for the 50th anniversary. We'll see you all next year here at the Kentucky Expo Center at the NSRA Street Rod Nationals.
You gotta be ready to get out of the sun, man.
Yeah. I'm just waiting to I figured there's got to be in this line. I got two. Oh, okay, yeah, I never could find the third. Probably coming up this way. Keep coming, you're fine. You got to be the autocross winner, right? Yeah. Congratulations, Dan. Thank you. What did you win?
Best use of color.
Okay, you're the one that you couldn't find. Cool.
live from Louisville at the Street Rod Nationals. I found this whole group of guys, and you know, they may get the award for coming the farthest without a vehicle because they're here from Argentina. Now these guys have a hot rod association that's all the way from Argentina. They do some great work with cars over there, and they just get together and have fun. Now, what kind of cars do you guys have over there in Argentina? Are they American cars?
First of all, thank you so much for having us here. We feel very welcome, and you guys have treated us awesome. You know, we have all type of cars, Corvettes, mostly American. They even have a meeting that we all meet up, and everybody brings their Ford Falcons. We all every first Sunday we all ride out in the city and, you know, ride our cars all together, and it's a lot of variety and it's a lot of fun. And
okay, so you're the spokesman because a lot of these guys, they're just fresh from Argentina coming for the party, and they don't say anything in English. That's kind of cool. I've talked to a lot of you guys. Everybody's been so friendly. We've been taking pictures.
Yeah.
What, do you guys race your cars at all?
I would say some of them do, but some of them don't. It's difficult to get parts over there. They don't want to mess it up. So, but yeah, we do sometimes.
Okay, how about the Street Rod Nationals? Are you enjoying yourselves here? What's been the best part?
The best part, how friendly people are, and the cars, man. You guys have some very nice cars. Very nice cars, yeah.
Are you enjoying the circle of winners here? All these great winners?
Definitely. The best cars I've seen so far, so awesome.
Very cool. All right, how about we get a shout out for the Street Rod Nationals here in Louisville?
Gracias a los Street Rod National por tenernos
Rod Nationals. Hey, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Hey, great job. All right, you just never know who you're going to meet here, and everybody's so friendly and nice. And look at that, all the way from Argentina. That's so exciting. Okay, we're going back live in a few minutes, and we're going to look at some more cars. We just had to say hi to these guys. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We're here live at the Street Rod Nationals. Doing a little video of everybody pulling out.